And hello and welcome to the C Crossfire Stars 2024 Philippine Regional Final play-in. There you go. That's a mouthful naman. Pero
It
yun nga,
is a
my name's
mouthful.
Frog with me, just Suave. Dito na tayo sa play-in guys. Kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yung play-in, bottom 2 na ating Masters and ang top 2 na ating Impact ay maglalaban para sa dalawang slot para makapasok ng regionals and regional finals is for the CFS 2024 main event dun sa Huangzhou. Of course, yeah, I'm pretty hyped for today, man. Four really good teams gonna clash it out for two slots for potentially a pretty big prize, pare.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a start, right? We got the just these play-ins today and tomorrow to decide the last two slots, and then of course we got that very long process of deciding who's gonna be making it in.
Yeah. It's gonna be quite the schedule. Play-in stage natin 2 days lang. Ang group stage natin ay ay isang
Yeah,
month. Hindi naman
yeah,
isang month. I think you start at
that's
20
what
and
2
at
weeks.
6. Not too bad. 2 weeks. And pagdating ng playoffs, I think that's most likely gonna be LAN. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hype. Not gonna lie. Malalaman natin kung sino ang makakuha ng spot. Of course, as like how I said, it's a CFS 2024, the biggest crossfire event in the entire world, pare, where the entire world is gonna clash. The best of teams from every single region participating dito sa CFS natin ay maglalaban-laban. So, yeah, it'll be a pretty long group stage, pare. Top 6 teams, of course, para dito sa ating Masters is already qualified para dito sa ating main event. So, yeah, this is just to see kung who are gonna get those last two slots, man.
For us here in the play-ins, of course, we're going to be deciding that. But we do have our map rotation here. We got the usual Ankara, Black Widow, Compound, Eagle Eye 2.0, which people have been picking up recently. I think we even during summer champs, right? We got a few teams favoring this map as well. Then we got Mexico sub base for the classics.
Yeah, I mean, good old map pool na meron tayo. Just like I was said, man, still the biggest Mexico hater from last year until today. But I'm glad we do have Eagle Eye 2.0 to change things up dito sa map pool natin. And yeah, hoping to see a whole lot more of the other maps, of course. I hope na hindi pa rin tayo stuck sa rotation natin with Black Widow this time. But the play-in stage bracket, of course, we are gonna go double elimination para malaman talaga natin kung sino ang deserving na makapasok dito. So, first up, on the top side is Chullanga MG and Herby Gaming Team Chullanga, of course, I think renamed galing dito sa Motomac. It's still basically the exact same roster fielded para dito sa ating play-in stage. And the bottom side, it is a rematch from Execration versus Vanguard finals from another tournament. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one considering yung exchange ang mga roster natin.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild one when we saw that happen. I think we saw this Execution Vanguard uh, battle last time on LAN, which was pretty wild. And I'm excited for this rematch. We'll see how the roster changes have come up with them. But our matchups for today, we're going to be starting it off, of course, with Chullanga MG versus Herby Gaming Team. Then Execration versus Vanguard to cap off that day. So two best of threes lang tayo para ngayon. Pero bukas we do have more matches coming on through to decide, no, sino ba talaga yung aangat sa apat na to.
Mm-hmm. And of course, a play in upper bracket match 1 is going to be Chullanga MG versus HGT. Play number 2 is going to be XVG, where you mentioned it. Very interesting. I think this is most of yung 7th place team dito sa ating CMG roster. HGT using second dito sa ating dito sa ating Impact. And interesting enough, I think HGT, they had a pretty good run. Pagdating nga dito sa group stage natin, Impact just couldn't finish it off against Vanguard. And now they are gonna try to qualify against CMG, who didn't really have the best run dito sa ating Masters despite yung hype around this roster. And yeah, gonna be interesting to see if it is gonna be the time para dito sa HGT na umangat nga dito sa ating CFS 2024. But yeah, we're gonna have man. I mean, we still have to play the games.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think, of course, the CMG roster, right? The hype again around this team. Maybe it takes time to gel, when it comes to roster changes and everything like that. And sometimes there's a honeymoon stage. Sometimes there's not so much of a honeymoon stage, right? The exact opposite. So maybe they've gotten past those hurdles, and a little more practice, a little more time on the server. Maybe we'll get some better results out of them. But knowing that this is the play-ins, they need to show up now, or they're not gonna show up ever.
Yeah, for sure, man. This is basically your shot dito sa ating CFS 2024. Actually, a pretty interesting format, man. In all honesty, on the overall tournaments this year para dito sa Pilipinas, ayun nga, impact teams having the opportunity to qualify for the biggest tournament dito sa Crossfire, and kind of rewards yung mga other teams natin who didn't really get the chance to qualify para dito sa Masters kasi not gonna lie, man, the Masters qualifier was pretty brutal para sa ibang mga teams natin dito, and I really can see easily yung mga ibang teams natin dito sa Impact could easily qualify dito sa Masters, right, if they got the right side of the yun nga, for example, we do have Vanguard, HGT, in my opinion, pareho silang team na kaya-kaya talaga mag-qualify dito sa Masters. Nagkataon lang talaga na nakabangka sila na malakas dito sa bracket natin. So, yeah, I mean, same goes para dito sa CGT and dito sa ating Execration. Execration, of course, not having the most stellar year para sa kanila. I think the roster is definitely good, no, in my opinion. But I think the problem is the players didn't really match yung how you say, some of the other players didn't really have the best synergy. I think the players are really good, no? Personally, pataon na talaga na hindi nag-gel na maayos yung team natin dito. So, yun nga, if you guys have no idea, there has been some roster changes between yung Execration and Vanguard, of course. And it's kind of like they just traded players, honestly. Yun nga, Kid from Hell now rocking the Vanguard logo, and para naman dito from Maman Bem Bem Man. I mean, he had to do it to us, pero I still love the guy. He had to go back dito sa Execration, and I feel like it's really good para dito sa dalawang players na magpalit talaga ng teams, especially para dito kay Bem, who really likes a more regimented, more systemic kind of team, no? He likes to play it yung mga guarantees, pwede nating sabihin dito. And para naman dito kay Kid from Hell, I think he likes the more chaotic style ng Vanguard. Not gonna lie, like even I've known Tetsu for quite a while now, and I don't know what that man is thinking half the time. Pero it worked para dito sa Vanguard, para dito sa Impact. Didn't work for the other tournament. It's gonna be interesting to see how they field yung kanilang mga bagong players dito.
Yeah, and the interesting part here, of course, is when it does come to after having had all these roster moves, right? What exactly happens to your team, right? So here at Map Bands, you're going to be starting it off on Compound. The Herby gaming team going to be on Blacklist. GR side naman ang CMG. Sub base for the second map, and we're going to decide on Port whether or not this gets into a full best of 3 series, right? So knowing these two teams, I do think that there is potential for 2-1. But sometimes on the server itself, right, when it's the day itself and you're not performing, it sometimes turns sideways, which is yun nga nasabi mo kanina. When it comes to these teams, the skill difference is very small, even between those in Masters and Impact. And because of that, right, that causes it to come down to on the day performances, highlight plays, that kind of thing, because just the skill floor, so to speak, is very high for all the teams that are participating here in Impact.
Yeah, for sure. And here we have the map ban and pick, of course, between yung Herby Gaming team at yung CGT, of course. Compound, of course, Herby Gaming, huge fan dito sa mapa natin. Port gonna be our decider. Sub-base, para it is one of the few maps dun sa kanilang old na roster. Hindi naman old na roster, no. Most of the core of their roster actually really like. I think one of the this is one of the maps that really does create the most para dito sa team natin. I think the very tight spaces are definitely gonna choke out itong Herby Gaming team, which kind of do prefer yung, I wouldn't say open space itong Compound, pero they do prefer a lot more space to work with pagdating sa mapa natin. And I think para dito sa Herby, right, I'm surprised that they didn't pull out Ankara dito sa ating best of 3, but I think they don't want to pull any punches, especially not just yet. It's a long tournament, it's a long play-in. There's still the lower bracket, there's still yung possible next round right after this, no? So I think Compound is a really good, solid decision para dito sa HGT, fully knowing yung kanilang history with this man.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing about coming from the plains, right? You're already showing most of your strats to make it into the group stage. So there's this delicate balance that you want to. I want to seal the deal and get a win, but at the same time, I don't want to show too many strats, right? The VODs that are going to be available for other teams to review, especially those that are already qualified for the group stage, are going to be a resource that can be milked for the next 2 weeks. Kaya tamang ingat lang sila dito, pero at the same time, you need to still win here in the plains to even make it to the group stage.
It's for sure. I think port, no, gonna be an interesting one kasi feeling ko galing naman yung parehong teams natin, no, pagdating sa port, especially yung mga strong points dito ng Herby Gaming teams. You still have no still a pretty insane player, especially pagdating sa baka mapa natin, but he's very momentum based, no. Pwede natin tawagin if Nomad doesn't get yung kanyang good start in the beginning, then he kind of tapers off dito sa game natin, and they have to look at the other players, kagaya kanina Red and the other boys. And para naman dito sa side ng CGT, if I have my info right, Silent is still on this team. So Silent is a very interesting player nung nandun tayo sa Masters. I think he was doing a lot of carrying para sa team na to. With the old roster, I think, X3D still has a lot of potential para dito sa mga mapa natin. It really is a matter of the fact, no, na whoever shows up today, it's gonna get in. That's for sure. And pressure is on, man. Kasi granted may second chance pa kayo, no? Kahit matalo kayo dito sa series natin, it's still, you really want to get the immediate win dito sa upper bracket just to get that extra insurance, no? Kasi if you win dito sa unang best of 3 natin, you're already in contention para dito sa slot, and you have to win pa dun sa final. And pag natalo kayo dun sa final, you still have another chance to fight for dun sa slot dito sa baba. Makes it a lot easier para sa mga teams natin not having to play an additional best of 3.
Yeah, very when it comes to second chances, right? Kasi, there's all of those out of server circumstances, right? Again, you feel a little bit more pressure when you're on the lower side, and if you lose this first best of 3, man, you're already up for elimination in your next match. So you don't want to be on the chopping block as early as now, right? I mean, it's the play-ins, and this is your entrance to get to the group stage, which again, it's another long road, right? And there's also that, of course, the higher chance of getting in. When you do win this first best of 3, you get a little bit of rest. Granted, it's not days worth of rest, but a few hours compared to getting that in. But here, we're going into map number 1. Ito na nga tayo kaagad, pare. Here we go.
All right. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention pala dito sa HGT. No? I forgot. My man, Dark Angel. One of the best players I've seen in the Impact Finals. Of course, really step up to the plate pagdating ng finals. Any other time, he is a pretty insane player. And the fact na siya pa yung nagli-lead dito sa team natin when it comes to the calls, grabe talaga. This man is very scary when he is on. CMG though, got hell of a roster at the moment. They still have EV. Charles, not so sure if I've known that man's IGN, but we're gonna start things off, of course. X3D at si Ajax.
Wow.
CJ at Archangel agad nahulog dito, and immediate control. Pagdating dito sa may mid-side natin, CB naman yung pinag-aawayan dito ng HGT at the moment.
Yeah, first point of contact here. This being a 3v5, medyo challenging yung pagpasok nila dito. NL, first contact, X3D. Gonna try and find a way inside, but they're gonna try and add a little bit more pressure in this direction, knowing that the other 2 players na yan ng HGT trying to scope out the rest of the map, knowing na medyo dangerous to. Kasi, Nomad and Isla Veno, they're so low on HP right now that I think the more ideal idea is for them to be first point of contact here when they do decide to go in. But there's only 40 seconds left on the clock, so kailangan nila pag-isipan how they're gonna get in there.
Yep. Kind of whiplash para sa akin, no? Kasi, especially mid-side, galing sa mga international teams, they do not take mid at all.
No, they
pagdating
don't.
dito sa Pilipinas, they're just like, alright, we're fighting mid, halika dito. Mag-aaway tayo sa container. And then, it's entirely different. Curve control though para dito sa HGT, but they decide to step it back all the way to A entrance at gusto nila pumasok ka Charles with a really nice defense, and then una mahuhulog. EV is gonna get a red. Nomad 1, definitely winnable. Not much time though. Evie with the last kill. First round para dito sa side ng Chullanga.
Yeah, great start here for Chullanga. I mean, they got what 2 kills right off the bat, and everything just went sideways para sa side ng Herby Gaming team. So we'll see kung makakabawi sila this time around, knowing is that this default coming from CMG is really good. Now the flashes brought out, got him by Arnold. Gonna try and bait out the response. Galing sa CMG, maybe a rotation. Makahanap sila dito, but now smoking off mid side. Not gonna be seeing much of the presence. Galing sa CMG. So Herby Gaming team, I think this is gonna be an attempt for them to try and piece together ano ba talaga yung default ng CMG here in response to HGT. But not much we've seen so far with Dark Angel and Siren only having taken a little bit of chip damage. Now they're gonna be trying to make their way over towards Curve where Charles is lying in wait. We'll see if he's gonna find anything off of this angle. Not crossing just yet. Yung patience ng HGT, it might be enough to throw off Muramak Gaming. But Silent, great bolt, taking down 2. CJ answering back, trying to take him down. Charles, and from behind it, Silent. What in the world coming in from behind? That is just way too many bodies on the other side, but it's gonna be a 1v3. Ajax, harap si I Love NL. Nag-iisa na lang po si Dark Angel na hawak ng sniper. We'll see if he's gonna be able to even retrieve this bomb. Not a chance. X3D was waiting right down there. Second round here for Chullanga Moramak Gaming.
Yeah. And I like yung ginagawa dito ng Chullanga. I think they really are just playing the map by itself. Kasi pagdating nga talaga dito sa compound, the GR side is king. And X3D wants to go aggressive. Walang tapon dito sa mid kaya hindi nila ina-expect na ganito ka-agresibo si X3D. And with that mid control na nakuha ni X3D, no, nakuha na rin nila ang lower B side natin. So the map is flipped a bit. Problema nga lang, mag-isa lang dito si Ajax sa A, so I do not think he has to peek out all the way sa mid. I think he just has to wait for any semblance of a push dito sa mid. And yung mga Cat P players natin pwede na umurong.
Yeah. I mean, after that first push coming from X3D, talagang mag-iingat muna yung Herby Gaming team dito. Kasi they might have pushed out, right? Having that first contact, it makes you start to doubt where Chullanga Moramak Gaming are standing. And because of that, right, you're expecting a slightly different approach to the defense, and which is this aggressive one. No, Nomad one is aware that there's at least one person on the other side of this door. Slowly trying to push out. AV takes down CJ on the other side. Having crossfire na hawak ng CMG is very powerful. Anyone who walks in is gonna essentially walk into a meat grinder. But Arid, how do you see Ajax on one side trying to equalize the numbers, and they do. It's gonna be a 3v3. Still a minute on the clock here as they're gonna try and scale up towards well, whichever choice site they have, because looks like to them they have pieced together that A site might be open. Minute gone here. Gonna walk right in. Arid down to the hands of Silent. Mobawi is Nomad. And it's 2v2 still. No plant in sight just yet, knowing that the C4 is so far away. CMG, no idea where HGT has moved.
Yeah, 40 seconds though. Pretty good sa EV to take this Z side, double, execute, gotta get sa A. So I think NL, he's just gonna run out dito sa long. Good shot though. Charles gonna get one, double spray, not gonna work para dito kay EV. Very close round, honestly. HGT getting it at the end of the day. And CMG though, bit of a mistake galing dito kay Ajax. No? I really feel like Ajax should have just stayed put dito sa A side and just waited for, yun nga kagaya na sinabi ko, any semblance of a push dito sa may mid side, and then na ang ating HCT na squad, then the Cat P players can move in and play that aggressively. Pero yun lang, sometimes greed is not good, pare. And you get punished for it, unfortunately. And Dark Angel, that is a good start. I think that is a... Yeah, that is a peak galing dito sa baba ng tower natin. So Ajax already out of the picture. So playing a 4v5, not really favorable pagdating dito round. Kind of spread out kanilang depensa nyo.
Yeah, we saw it earlier. Right now, we're seeing how aggressive Chullanga has been playing the last couple of rounds, and that's when they started losing. Right. Sometimes you gotta just let the map play out. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right. But of course, knowing that Herby Gaming team, they do have the ability to adapt to current situation, then I think the change in strat might have been a little bit too early, but Silent gonna be answering back. One man down on the side of HGT as Chullanga. You can see this lure coming in from X3D.
That hurts.
Unfortunately, walks into two different crosshairs. And now, dalawa na rin natitira sa side ng Chullanga. They're split across the map, and it's gonna be a pretty hard defense. Oh yeah, Charles walks into Arid too. Yeah, it's gonna be a brutal 1v4 here.
Yeah, can't really blame X3D trying to look for any kills dito sa may LB side just to clear out something. Silent though, very capable, but Nomad is just as capable of well. 2-2 at the moment pagdating dito sa compound, and CMG, they need to space pagdating sa laruan natin. I feel like some of them are hesitating pagdating sa kanilang makaplay, but at the same time, it's just a really good shot sa start ng round natin. Galing kay Dark Angel, kinuha agad ang first player na si Ajax, the main sniper dito ng CMG. And Dark Angel looking for that B kill. Silent though with the mid peak. Great help galing dito kay Nomad, want to keep him covered. Pwede na sila mag-back dito. Pero gusto pang maging greedy ni Silent, but does get punished at the end of the day. And I think they just have to keep the ball rolling itong CMG. Kailangan nila ma-equalize yung numbers very, very quickly. 2 players dito sa con mid, isang player dito CA, 1 player LB. So X3D looking for the right timing to take someone out dito sa may mid side, and NL even punishes him. I like that galing sa HCT. They went aggressive to start ng round just to punish yung mga mid players, and then they stopped just to catch any players pushing dito sa may B side, knowing na sila yung numbers advantage. And there it is. 2 versus 4. Really good cerebral play galing dito sa HCT.
Yeah, the aggression is turning into a problem for the side of CMG here. Nakita natin once they started turning aggressive, things started turning sideways, because I think Dark Angel being the first contact here, expecting the angles wherein CMG might be playing, has been able to punish him time and time again. Charles out in the open. Oh, what? Dark Angel still takes him down, but AV's going to be answering back over in mid, not going to be able to take down as many bodies as he could. That's going to be 3 rounds now for Herby Gaming team.
Yeah, you can smell desperation a bit galing dito side ng CMG. You know, they just keep getting picked off sa start ng round. So I think the proper reaction galing dito sa CMG is to stay inside of the sides at the moment. Just let one player look for any semblance of information. Pwede nilang pabayaan yung mid at this very moment. It doesn't really have to be too urgent para kunin nila yung container mid. I mean, some of the other international teams, just like how I said it, they love to play passive. Pagdating dito sa compound, there is roofs on this site, so wala masyadong setup pagdating sa paka-nades. So HCT are now the ones looking for the hunt for that first peak, or for that first pick. And in CMG, just like how I said it, man, they're gonna let the map play out itself and mag-stay muna sila sa mga sites natin.
Yeah. I think the reason why they've been losing here is because they've been actually trying to get too aggressive, which unfortunately, right, Dark Angel knows exactly what angles he needs to watch. That's the beauty of having a sniper as effective as Dark Angel on your team. So even if you're on BL side, no.
Oh,
what an
brutal,
opener.
Man.
First kill on X3D. The one lurker for CMG is gonna get taken down by the nade, which is unfortunate, right? Because now that X3D is gone, you're not expecting any lurks. You're not expecting anyone to pop up in unexpected angles. So makes things a little more easy for the side of HGT to get inside.
Yeah.
So they are playing the clock a lot slower this time.
Na-expect yata ni XGT na may magsaswing. Kaya medyo tinangkay niya muna yung grenade dun. But unfortunately, a second nade came. And unfortunately, he ate that pare. And HE, unfortunately. EV though and Silent now staying in the B side. Mid could be wide open, but they're gonna take the risk, man. They're just gonna stay to sites.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 27 seconds left, so the pressure is going to be on the side of HGT here. They need to pick a site and stick to it now. That's going to be a problem here, at least for whoever's on site this time around, knowing that EV knows what's going to be coming. Dark Angel, first point of contact, takes down Silent. Now the spray down coming in from EV, not going to be able to connect.
A word.
They all fall. It's only going to be Ajax. Oh, boy.
And that's a leg lang. Yun lang. I mean, honestly, better angles para dito sa side ng CMG. Just a very good execute galing dito sa HCT. That's what you have to to do, especially dito sa B site ng compound. You have to put up your flashes at the right time, and as soon as that flash pops, you have to go in immediately. Pag hindi kayo pumasok, you guys are gonna get destroyed galing sa EV player at sa batteries player
It's gonna
natin.
happen again.
And taste your round goodbye.
X3D this time actually feeling good about it, moved forward and got that space. So it should be getting HGT to rally in a different direction this time around, knowing that now X3D has gotten that early control. This time, it be mid control for the side of HGT. Charles waiting on the other side. On the door, the angle ready, but he's not going to be able to take out anyone except for Arid here. Now it's only 3 people on the other side. That's a perfect take from HGT. C4. Glad that it's going to be a 2v4. Not going to be an easy one.
Yun lang talaga. And that is the trade-off, no, ng pagbigay ng mid control natin dito. That means Curve could be wide open, EA could be wide open. And pag bukas na bukas si EA dito, possibility of a 8-take is pretty high. Especially nakakaikot ka na dito sa may CR natin and makakapunta ka na dito sa 2F, makakababa dito sa C1. And HGT, I mean, it really looks like they know how to play itong mapa ng compound natin because they are playing itong BL side natin to perfection. At the same time, it's not the best defense galing dito sa side ng CMG. I think they could have held better position siguro, but I think pagdating dito sa EA is holding yung Z natin. Just got instantly murked and there's nothing you can do about it, man.
Yeah. The thing is right now, I think CMG are really starting to feel that pressure, right? They started off good. First 2 rounds in their hands, but the problem was things slipped away a little bit too fast. So now HGT, full of confidence, tamang ingat lang ng CMG because they don't really want to give away too many rounds, which is knowing that this is compound, right? Should have been the easier half for them in this map before we switch around, but yeah, things have gone sideways in a very bad way. Here X3D playing a little bit more passive compared to the last round. Waiting for that first piece of information, right? The presence from Herby gaming team. Luckily, he didn't get naded out this time, so at least he knows that there's some presence, some semblance of knowledge information granted for CMG this time around. They're trying to poke around the map, see if there's anyone hiding these off-angle positions. This time, though, they've gone back to their very, very passive, first round strats for the side of Chullanga. So hopefully for them, this is going to be a good conversion into a round because this is what worked first. Why change it up?
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, man, I really feel like itong Chullanga, I really feel like they should have gotten a lot more aggressive map control. But, I mean, X3D, they did get the first kill dito kay No Man 1. That's a really good first pick-off. Pero si Ajax, why are you out in the open? Yun lang. And they take B-side Ajax. Brother, you cannot hold that angle. Not that wide. Di po pwede yan. Evie and Charles na lang natitira dito. And this is not possible, man. This is not possible.
There's Dark Angel's on fire this map, man. I don't think Chullanga have gotten a single retake ever since the start of this game. So, and I guess the post-plants are just way too good for HGT. Plus the fact that Chullanga, when it comes to the retake, they're just way too many people down on their side that it's too hard. There's just not enough manpower to convert that into a winning round.
I feel like they're really feeling yung lack of presence of their old members here. But ito na nga yung sinasabi ko para sa side ng CMG. They have to go a bit more aggressive kasi hindi po pwede, and this is a Philippines exclusive thing, no? Hindi po pwede passive kayo every single round. Some rounds you're gonna have to fight for map control. And that did exactly. Nawala na agad si Dark Angel. Alam nila na nagsaspot siya dito sa may LB side natin. There it is. I mean, just like I was about to say, no? I think Heck kind of missing galing dito sa roster is really giving them a hard time kasi yun yung pantapat sana nila dito kay Dark Angel. But Ajax, kind of struggling at the moment pagdating dito sa compound. Maybe he'll have a better time pagdating sa map 2 and 3, but I mean, Heck was a different level, no? Pagdating nga dito sa team na to, especially when it came to those Motomac games, he really was on another level. Pero Silent, nagpick na ka dito sa mid. Ared na ako ng dalawa. And X3D, napabalik dito sa Z. Pero AV? Alright, just a bit of damage dito kay Nomad One. Possibly seeing yung muzzle fire through the smoke, by the way, guys. Just like I was said it, hindi na po masyado nakikita yung pangalan dito sa smoke. Kung gusto nyo mag-smoke bang, you better wait for the other guy to shoot first and shoot at the light and hope for the best.
A little bit of quiet in this round this time after that first point of contact. Because Herby Gaming Team, they've finally gotten some sort of loss right now that those first few encounters in mid have not gone their way. Only 27 seconds left in the round. They need to decide where to go. Otherwise, it's gonna be an easy round here for Chullanga. There is smoke gonna be brought out, so dissuading anyone who wants to pick up through mid. Not gonna be anyone there though, but that gives them so much delay. With only 12 seconds left in the round here. Nomad, first point of contact. Ajax, now he gets caught with his pants down, and that's gonna be a free plant. I don't know how or why this has happened, right? It should have been a free round for CMG, but somebody, unfortunately, has gotten the wrong timing.
Yeah, Ajax just keeps getting caught, man. Dito sa batteries, and
It's
especially
not his
pagdating
thing,
dito sa
man.
B-side. You just can't get caught sa batteries. Hold up, a red gonna go down. Even si Nomad. Okay, good save galing dito sa CMG. Easily could have been around dito ng HGT if they held a bit better angle. Yeah, CMG with a bit of an entry dito sa B-side. And CMG with the opportunity to play that blacklist side. This time, HGT magde-defend naman sila. And let's see what the HCT defense looks like though. Usually they like to go aggressive dito sa may mid, or at least one person goes aggressive sa mid. Dark
Looks
Angel
like it.
loving to spot with that sniper, honestly.
That's 4. Running down mid the entire
Yes, that's
roster
Pinoy
of
compound.
HGT, man. You gotta love that. But no one's there. CMG want nothing to do with mid. It's gonna be a slow approach from this team. Trying to get some information. Jiggle peeks here. Trying to find that some spam shots actually connecting for both sides. So there's a little bit of chip damage, but no kills so far other than Silent, who walks into, unfortunately, Mr. Dark Angel on the other side. Whoa, what a wave. I love NL, unfortunately. Caught out,
Yeah,
but he walked into his crosshair anyway.
This is done deal.
For Dark Angel. My god, this guy has been frying this entire map, and now it's just Ajax. Arid on the other side. Everyone else, they know where he is. That's the AWM player, man. What do you even do at this point? C4, not even in your hands. And the map is shrinking by the second.
Yeah, and that's what I call classic Pinoy compound. Honestly, you take container mid, as for people, pwede kayo magkalat sa CA, pwede kayo magkalat sa CB, and Dark Angel getting that first pick with the sniper, and doon naman gagalaw itong si NL galing dito sa may catwalk B side natin, and the rest is history para dito sa HCT. And I feel like they have the handle of things pagdating nga dito sa mapa ng compound. And CJ though, he's barely breathing. Hindi na siya huminga masyado. I mean, 1 HP. A red. Oh, do they know? I don't think they know.
That's a lot of damage being
EV
done
just
here
turns
by
around.
CMG, man.
Yun lang. He was about to start a silent bunny hop palabas ng CA, and just so happened to see itong si CJ, man.
Unfortunate. Pero marami pang oras, CMG having taken down 2 already on the side of Herby Gaming Team should make things easier for them. But X3D walks into Dark Angel again. We are even Steven. 3v3 ang ating manpower. It's gonna be a mid push coming in from CMG, changing up the default this time around. They're gonna be going towards A. And I don't think they know that Mr. I Love NL is on this side of the map. He's gonna slowly walk on forward. Ajax not aware of the presence coming in from his side. He gets shot down now. Headshot right to the face. Chrome to the dome, and now CMG stuck in a 2v2. Tried to hold it off. 25 seconds left on the clock here. Flash now gonna be coming out. Dark Angel spotted out on the other side. Sprayed down by EV. And now
Nomad!
for one. It's gonna be CMG cleaning it up. Another round for them. Trying to make that comeback.
Yun na nga, CMG medyo bumabalik dito sa game natin. Catching that initial mid-control. And I think ina-expect na yata dito ng CMG yung ginagawa ng HGT of just trying to roll over itong mid-side. To be fair, pag gumana yun sa ating last round, it would have been an 8-3, and that's a brutal scoreline to play. Especially sa CMG. Bawal kayo magkamali. Pag nagkamali kayo 2 beses, the game is based
Whoa!
Pero HCT now starting to go aggressive on different sides of the map. Storage ang gusto ko na dito ni Dark Angel, but he gets legged instead. He's gonna have to back off. So it's a good start para sa CMG, but there's still a whole lot of map to play, pare.
Yep. Minute and 50 seconds, so much time. They walk into Dark Angel again, and Silent gets taken down, but there goes the trade. Keeps things equal. Good for them. I think the winner of that would actually be more towards Herby Gaming Team because they've actually equalized, sacrificed the low life player for a full guy. But on the other sides, slow push again from CMG, trying to piece together what exactly is the plan, where the default is. HGT is very aggressive in mid. You actually got a couple players holding off on curve. Now, Smoke's out as well. That's going to be a pretty hard peek out from the window. So less options for CMG. And now clock's down to about a minute. They're going to have to decide soon. I don't know, Matt. First here, Flash now gonna be brought out. X3D. Charles, they fall down one by one. But X3D able to take down one. Ajax equalizing as well. It's gonna be a 2v2. And another low.
Two versus two, not too bad. Honestly, bit of a mid-joust between yung dalawang teams natin. And Red, I like what Red is doing. Nandun na siya sa loob ng storage B. I don't think he should get back into the site.
Oh.
Yun lang, tamang poke lang. You don't wanna overcommit kasi alam na nila na wala ka dito sa battery. Pero, nakikita niya walang tao dito sa B side. It's only X3D, Red, now kind of aware of his presence. Ano yung hinahold dito ni Ajax? He is also gonna hold battery at the same time. So, knowing na meron ng threat si Red dito sa side ng storage B, NL, kung meron pa siyang flash dito, pwede pa sila makapasok ng site. But does he have a flash? That is a true question. So, double EP na lang. They're still pretty scared na nandun pa sa loob si Red. Ayaw pa nilang gumalaw. So, 15 seconds left. So, one swoop execute pare. They're gonna have to swing this one. Swing for the hills. X3D spotting si Red. Good angle on the box. And X3D kinlear na lahat ng miyembro ng HGT dito. And 5-7. Okay, CMG getting back into the thing dito sa BL.
Yeah. Guess at least for them, right? It's BL sided for them. Didn't look really good, but now we switched it up. Maybe a little bit of a reset between these two teams. We're seeing better results out of them. Silent, I think, has been a standout player for CMG so far. And X3D, yeah, despite the fact that he hasn't really been having the best timings on his lurks earlier, he's finally been activated now in the second half. And we've got a double sniper setup, I think, para sa side ng CMG. So we'll see if that works out for them against HGT in this round. But it's going to be another slow, methodical take for CMG. Got to play this map more normally this time around, not change up the tempo too much. Otherwise, things might turn sour para sa kanila. And it's very slow. I think they're expecting the aggression from HGT that they've shown over the last few rounds. So this adaptation, you could be calling it an adaptation, but on the other side, it might be overthinking because of that. They've been essentially delayed by themselves. They have to be very careful. Now, Nomad, first contact on the Jiggle Peak. People are actually walking his way. He should be aware of what's to come. And not expecting rotations just yet. There's only 50 seconds left on the clock. It's man, when I said slow, I didn't think it was going to be this slow.
Yeah, they need to take it slow. Honestly, bit fast galing sa dalawang teams natin. Nomad with a good hold, but a good trade. Galing dito kay Ajax. Dark Angel nakuha na si Silent. Dark Angel nakakuha ng dalawa with the pistol as well. Charles, getting itong si Dark Angel pero nagraratrat na nga dito sa may 2F. Itong si CJ at si NL. And ang dami nangyari dun sa round na yun sa lahat ng kaguluhan. HGT ang lumabas na panalo dun. And HGT, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. You really have to play passive from time to time, especially pagdating dito sa compound. You don't want to be taking too much aggressive back control, especially in-expect na yun ng CMG. And despite the trade, man, dito sa may long side natin ng A, it's still pretty hard to enter kasi yun nga, it's a choke point and it's pretty easy to get shot galing sa point na yun. And Everyone else trying to enter galing dito sa EA side, but then it's a really good hold from the side of HGT, especially the man from Z. So 8-5 HGT, dos na lang sa kanila na ang first map natin. And CMG medyo malayo-layo pa.
Yeah. Now it's the same thing, right? CMG trying to catch them off of a bad rotation, but HGT, they're sticking to the book. No need to change it around because it worked out last time. And Dark Angel, again, frying on this map along with Nomad as well. It's starting to look kind of bad, for CMG. Yeah, they might have gotten a few rounds in a row after that. And they're going to take the same approach here. Nomad, first contact again. We'll see if the rematch between these two is going to work out or not. Flash is not going to be out. Charles spotted out. Shed shot on him. The spray down not going to be working out. There goes the AV. The jumping shots over onto Nomad. No respect here for the movement. And Dark Angel expecting a couple different angles. Luckily for him, he seems to be looking in the right direction unless he does change his mind later on. There's only a minute left on the clock or even less. He might get caught out in the open. CJ takes down AV. Now the trade's not coming in. And there goes X3D as well. 3v2 na lang. The nade's not going to be out. 37 seconds. And just like that, the C4 is going to be down. NL and Arid. Medyo mahirap tong retake nila. They are going to be outnumbered. I don't know what kind of utility they do still have.
Okay.
But NL
Now it's possible.
peeks out. Naharap si Ajax. And here, Silent waiting inside of the booth on the other side of the pillar. X3D, what a timing here. Harap niya, Arid, 1v2 here. Alam niya kung nasan yung isa, but the flash now gonna be coming out. Cannot see a thing. Silent takes him down, and CMG live another day.
Ayun na nga. And 6-8 para dito sa CMG. And that clear galing dito kay X3D to go back into CR. And babalik dito sa pillar natin. Just to make sure that 2F is not gonna get controlled by the two players dito ng HGT. And a really aggressive move, but a really fitting move na kailangan nila sa side. Si Silent nakatayo lang doon sa C3. He's just chilling there, man, the entire time and waiting to be the insurance policy para sa team niya. Ajax, nakuha na si Dark Angel. And okay, CMG, medyo nakaka-roll na rin sila dito sa mapa natin. Medyo nakakuha na rin ng momentum. So, taking out Dark Angel is already a good first step para dito sa ating CMG. Taking out the sniper who's gone for 12 dito sa game natin. And Ajax kind of heating up dito sa game natin. And that's what he needed, though. That was their biggest problem. Pagdating nga dito sa ating first half was dealing with si Dark Angel, some of the other rounds as well. Pagdating dito sa GR, him getting those first pickoffs, but now him out of the picture. Still a whole lot of players to worry about. No, Nomad 1 and NL can pop off at any time. CJ Ared, of course, still playing dito sa side. And I like this double play dito sa A side. No, both watching itong SC Nomad bahala dito sa mid. Probably someone in batteries dito sa B side. We're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen. Oh.
No, did you see what I saw? No, man, CJ, timing here. Ajax answering back, but wow. Sobrang bilis ng clean up para sa side ng HGT. They got 4 in a couple of seconds and now Ajax.
Ano nangyari dun? Alam ko nakita mo yung nakita ko, di ba?
Nakita ko, di ba?
So,
si
Nomad, sabi niya,
shot the bullet.
He's saying, kalaban ba yun?
Baka naka-stretch rezo yan, hindi ko alam.
I don't know. Alright.
HGT, they're so close. One more round to win this first map. It's gonna be a good day for them to start it off like that. But here, double sniper setup for the side of CMG. Nakita natin if this is gonna be effective. They did try this out earlier. Didn't really work out too much. So, I don't know if this adaptation is gonna matter for them. So they have to pull something out, whatever ace up their sleeve they have.
Ayun nga. Like he had this I have no enemies phase for a bit of a second there, and then he remembers that this is a crossfire game, but there's no friends or enemies. There's only dead bodies possibly falling down dito sa natin. And 1 minute and 30 left on the clock. Mag-back off lang dito yung CMG, pero Nomad nakuha na agad si Ajax. Ajax getting a bit too frisky dito sa may mid-side natin without any help galing sa kanyang teammate. He could have actually called itong si X3D for that quick trade, pero I don't know, maybe he saw an opportunity, pero medyo risky yun, pare.
Oh! Great timing, X3D. We catch him in the middle of a rotation, which they have been asking for earlier, right? CMG made a much slower approach to the map to try and catch them off of those bad rotations, but information not gonna be granted to them. NL and Dark Angel taking down one. Needs to spray down coming from Dark Angel again.
Yeah, it's over.
Here's Silent, last man standing, and that's gonna be another round for CMG. Gone. That's the first map. Perfect for them. I don't know what was in the water there para sa side ng CMG. It took them a little bit too long to really warm up. You did mention Ajax no na kanina nung first half natin hindi siya nakakakuha ng medyo magandang performance, but when the adaptation did come in, I think that if it came in maybe a couple rounds earlier, it would have been a little bit more possible for Chullanga to actually make it through that first map. But alas, it didn't work out this time. That's going to be going to Herby Gaming Team. We got a 1-0 record.
Yeah, I mean 1-0. I think I mean Ajax not heating up at all sa first half natin dito ng compound really just hurt yung chances ng CMG. I think taking down Dark Angel is one of the most essential things, especially pag kalaban mo dito yung HGT. You have to take him down sa start ng game. You know, get him cold possible, no? And I think Ajax kind of heating up in the later stages ng game natin kind of made it possible para dito CMG. But I think in that last round, that mid-push galing dito Ajax, yes, nakakuha ka ng opportunity. I think nakakita siya ng opportunity to get a pick-off going, pero hindi malapit si X3D. And even if you get the kill dito sa mid-side, someone is gonna swing you galing sa entrance A to get that trade. So, it's a pretty tough decision para dito kay Ajax. Ang daming risks na nilalaro dito ng CMG that I would say is not so necessary pare, pero I mean, yun nga, no? I think at this point, sinabi ko nga, you can smell the desperation galing sa side ng CMG, and I think HGT, it played into their hands, no? So, yun nga, Dark Angel with a lot of good picks sa mapa natin, Nomad One doing a really good job, and L with a pretty consistent performance. So, pretty tough para dito sa ating CMG the squad, especially pagdating nga dito sa sub-base. Base is gonna be very skewed pagdating nga dito sa GR side, and especially HGT, meron na silang experience pagdating sa mapa na to from the other teams dito sa Impact. So, CMG, you need to bring your A game pagdating dito sa map number 2.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty hard one, knowing that, of course, it should have been a good start for them. We know that the GR side should have been skewed towards them in that first half, and because it was, I think, what was a 3-6 finish, question mark. I'm not sure about the actual numbers, but it was not a good start, right? And because of that, it just took them so long to really warm up. I don't know how they're gonna come back from this, but of course, you know, we do have another map, and Ajax is awake now. Maybe he'll be fully awake for the entire second map. Not to say that he is the only problem on that roster, but it just seemed to me that the entirety of Herby Gaming Team was really like firing on all cylinders, no, so to speak.
Yeah. In my opinion, no, I feel like Ajax kind of heating up could be good news para dito sa side ng CMG, especially pagdating sa sub-base. I think that sniper role is very, very essential pagdating sa mapa na to, especially when it comes to jail or shutter, whatever you call it. And you placing yung sniper dun sa spot na yon is covering two sides of the map. You're covering A and you're also covering itong second mid. Pag nabigay yung second mid, that means A is gonna go dito sa may BL side natin. Pag nabigay nyo itong shutter, that means B is gonna be wide open. So, sobrang essential talaga ng sniper dito sa mapa na to. So, if they're not online, it's gonna be bad news. Dark Angel, of course, has the job of possibly picking off yung sniper start ng game, of course, from the outer play. And, yeah, I mean, HGT, you're gonna have to play smart if ever you are gonna play dito sa BL side natin. Subbase is a map that is very tough para sa baka teams, especially pag hindi mo alam kung paano maglaro dito sa BL side. One of the most brutal BL sides that you can play if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know how to kung hindi mo alam kung paano isa-isahin yung mapa, especially pagdating sa second mid, especially pagdating sa outside, yeah, it's gonna be a very tough BL side. But if you guys know your teamwork, if you guys know your lineups, if you guys know your positioning pagdating nga dito sa PL side, then ayun nga, it's gonna be quite the time pagdating nga dito sa PL. Para naman sa GR, no? GR pagdating dito sa sub-base is pretty easy, in my opinion, no? Napakadaming angles sa pwede mong laruin dito sa B-side. You have rafters, yung mga ilaw dito sa locker room na pwede mong patungan, and a lot of positions na kailangan i-clear talaga ng ate baka BL player. So, as much as possible, kung sino maglalaro ng GR side dito sa mapa na to, you're gonna have to use the map to its full extent. Kung hindi, then say goodbye to your sub-base map pare, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that earlier, right? We're in at the start, right? CMG, they were playing the map. They were doing the optimal play. Uh, but the aggression, right? Unnecessary aggression, especially when you have the map that supposedly was in your control, would have been a lot better. So hopefully, maybe the decision making here for CMG improves here on sub base, knowing that it's another map that is kind of similar, right? When you're
Mm.
gonna be playing on this map, you want to be playing on the GR side because it makes things a lot easier to start with. So we'll see. I don't know
Yeah.
adaptation that they do have, depending on what kind of playstyle they have here on sub base. Because I mean, we do have a few teams that are a little more partial to how they play on sub base, right? They love playing on this map, even if you're playing on the blacklist side. Pero I don't know, man. The pressure's on. It's the play-ins. You lose today, and one more loss, you're out.
I'm trying to see anyone doing the, I think calling it a sneaky push is overzealous para sa akin. There's this one thing na ginagawa ko sa subbase. There's this one thing na ginagawa ko sa subbase, right? Is if you have a really good ace spawn and you make it dito sa woods without dying to the sniper, you run straight into sa may stairs natin. And if you dodge the flash in time, he can catch yung player before he crosses into missile, shoot him in the head, and that's possibly free A side kung maklear mo rin yung control room player natin dito, no? I want someone to do that just to see yung nga, no, parang classic Pinoy sub-base na nakikita natin, classic Pinoy aggression, just like how I said it. So, ayun nga, hopefully we see someone be very aggressive pagdating sa mapa na to, especially sub-base. There's a lot of spots you can be aggressive at. There's yun nga, machine room is also an opportunity para sa mga global risk natin na mag-move forward dito sa mapa natin, deny sa map control para sa mga BL natin. So there's a lot of options para sa mga teams natin to kind of open up things dito sa mapa natin. And yeah, hopefully we do see exactly that. I really want to see Nomad 1 pop off as well dito sa mapa na to. I really feel like if a Nomad 1 pop off is gonna come dito sa tournament natin, probably now is the cap off yung series. But at the same time, pagdating nga sa kabilang side na mapa natin, Silent is a real threat. X3D showed some stuff dito sa last map natin. So there's still a lot in the air para sa dalawang teams natin at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unrealized potential on both these rosters as well, right? We mentioned X3D quite a lot. He was getting some lurks out of it. He was getting some kind of impact out of his role, but it took him half the map to get there. No, the same thing goes for Ajax on the other side. No, so maybe now that map 1 is done and dusted, na nakapag-warm up na yung ibang mga players natin, we'll see the full potential of these rosters, knowing that they do have 2 days worth of matches to go through before they even get to the group stages. So medyo maraming pressure dito, especially for CMG now that they're down one map.
Yeah, I mean, lots of pressure para dito sa CMG, especially sub-base, no? Like, once your defense is cracked open, especially pag nakakuha ng first pick, dito yung BL side, if ever, the map becomes infinitely harder to play. That's my rule dito sa sub-base. It's 5v5, it's gonna be GR-sided. Pag na-pick off yung isa sa inyo dito sa BL or dito sa GR, ayun nga, for example, na your shutter player, and just so happens to be your sniper, gets picked off, and then you get another trade sa kabilang side ng mapa, it's a 4v4. In my opinion, it becomes a BL-sided map kasi medyo spread out yung defense natin and one player has to watch two angles at the same time. So, ayun ano, I really feel like kung sino maglalaro ng GR dito sa mapa na to really has to be protective pagdating sa lives ng mga players nila kasi yeah, here that means there's a whole lot of map na hindi nyo naman cover ruan natin. And I'm not actually who is gonna play GR dito sa natin at this very moment. So I think yeah, GR para dito sa CMG and Blacklist para dito sa ating yeah, PL para dito sa HGT. That is
I mean, it should
yeah,
be
man,
good
Ajax.
for CMG.
That's on you, brother. That's on you, brother. Ajax, kailangan mong tuto pare or else yeah, ACT is gonna have a field day dito sa mapa.
Yeah, it's I think we also saw the double sniper setup from CMG quite a few times in map number 1. So there is potential for them to maybe bring it back right this time around, knowing that yeah, like you said, the sniper role here on subbase is very important. Na if your sniper is not hitting the shots, man, it's gonna be pretty bad, bro. And the way again that HGT have been playing, right? They have a lot of different looks. We've seen quite a lot of it. We saw it here in the highlights actually. Na yung patience kaya nilang gawin, kaya rin nila maging sobrang aggressive. And because of that, right, they have the flexibility to adapt to how CMG plays.
Yes, time and time again, no, there's always HGT pagdating dito sa kanilang BL side. They always get the op, to get the first pick, and then maghahanap sila ng isang side na mapa, and then they burst in. That's kind of the rotation that you have to go, especially pagdating dito sa compound. I mean, that's just how the map plays, man. Especially pagdating dito sa BL. And if you're not ready as that defense, masasagasaan talaga kayo, pare. There's not much any other way to put it, man.
Yeah. We've seen, yeah, these ones on the highlights, right? X3D, he's kind of a 50-50 on his lurks as well. So I think this also comes on the back of a little bit less synergy than one would ask for, right? When you're playing on the lurk, you need to get these the timings when you put when your teammates are able to put pressure on the map. Then that's when you create your presence on the other side. But we've been seeing so much from X3D. Maybe 50-50 again. Not necessarily being X3D's fault, more of it being a some sort of breakdown in comms, right? The lack of correct time. Set summary here again. We saw it 3-6 at the start or at the end of our first half. Once we switched it around, we do end on a 10-6 scoreline. Medyo nahirapan pa rin nga yung Chullanga. Pero syempre, pwede pa rin bumawi in set number 2.
Yeah, for sure. Nomad won on 1.45 1 kill per round, of course. NLO3 leading the charge pagdating dito sa KD natin. And 19 AP para dito kay NL, 16 AP dito kay Nomad. They were just on a roll dito sa game natin. Shoutouts as well dito kay Zed. Getting 11 dito sa mapa natin. Silent was also kind of popping off, but I mean, 2 players kind of getting left behind dito sa game natin. Ajax and Charles not really showing up to the plate dito sa ating compound na mapa. And especially pagdating sa compound, man, if 2 players do not show up, that means there's a side of the map that is a bit weak. And no matter how far you spread it, yung dalawang players natin that is not really performing well, the BL is just gonna find ways to punish you still. So, yeah, it's not the best game. Galing dito sa dalawang players natin. They're still very, very good players, but unfortunately, hindi sila nag-show up pagdating dito sa compound. Subbase is another opportunity para makabalik dito sila sa game natin. And, yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, this is a needed one para sa kanila dito, or else this is gonna be a very fast series.
Yeah, I mean, if they and the worst part is they lose this, they're gonna have to go through the trenches of the lower bracket. Now, being one of the first 2 teams to go down into that lower bracket means you're gonna have to play at least 2 more matches if you want to get over into the group stage. So it's not gonna be an easy one. So makita natin if said si X3D and si Ajax makapag-wake up na sila here on set number 2 pagdating ng subbase. Kasi again, subbase, there's also so much power in the lurk. And when you have the sniper holding it down on one side and then the lurk finding the correct timing on the other, it makes things a lot easier for your team to win, especially if you're going to be on the GR side. So I think the 2 underperforming players during map number 1, if they turn up now, it could be the key to victory when it comes to subbase.
Yeah, and I wonder if anyone is gonna play yung designated Vents player, no? Para dito sa base. And if yung mga teams natin dito sa play-in have been watching international CF, I think Vents has got to be one of the most important spots pagdating dito sa sub-base, especially with the amount of information na pwede mo makuha sa spot na yon. And yeah, despite that being one of the more important spots dito sa mapa natin, I still think na that is one part of the map na you don't want to put your main sniper on kasi that's a guaranteed position that one player is going to be not defending any other side other than vent. So you really want to put your secondary sniper mo dun sa vent because that's a sure shot, in all honesty, that you will get that. So yeah, I mean, gonna be interesting to see if may makakagamit pa na spot na yun dito sa mapa natin. But fully knowing them, yeah, someone's probably gonna use itong Vents, man. In all honesty, pero may babantay naman at the same time. And we go straight into the game, of course. HCT yung magiging BL, CMG Magde-defend naman sila this time. Aggressive machine room control. And paano i-counter to na HCT? They're just gonna wait around for a bit. And I like yung hino-hold dito ni Ared at the moment to punish itong MR push. But then, they don't want to go overtly aggressive kasi pag pumasok ka ng MR and you don't know exactly where those two players are, your head is gonna get taken off.
Yeah, just way too many angles here to worry about if you do want to push out towards that side. So I think the caution that Herby Gaming team are bringing to the start of this map is well warranted, knowing that it's very, very GR sided. Pero ito na nga, gonna be a slow push. We got the flashes coming out as well, and Nomad's already down. Right, we've barely seen any information on the defense para sa side ng CMG. And with one person going down, that's gonna make things a lot harder. But now Ajax, first to fall on his side of the map. It'll be a slow take here in control room. CJ trying to look around for the different angles that they might be holding on to. But again, the caution at which Herby Gaming team are approaching this map might be exactly what they need. Because look at this. They're now gathering over towards A side where there's only one man here. It's going to be only Charles. Rotation's going to be coming in a bit. We do see some of the teammates coming on
They
through.
pivot.
CJ does take down Silent halfway through the rotate. Oh no, it's falling apart again.
I mean, it's fine para dito sa CMG. Double A isang B. Nah, HCT, tignan mo naman, man. They're playing the mind game super well. Nasa kanila yung 3v4, and then they go back. Tamang readjust lang pagdating dito sa BL side. And they know na wala ng tao dito sa ating MR side. And CMG is gonna lose another member. Si Charles yung mahuhulog dito. A really good hold galing dito kay Dark Angel. I cannot believe did not expect that kasi you have to expect that a Dark Angel is gonna be on that flank protection 24/7 para dito sa HCT. NL, mas spot load dito sa side. Now it's a 1v1. 10 seconds left. Alam ba nila kung saan magagaling si Dark Angel? And hindi. Mukhang hindi ang sagot nang galing sa Dark Room at Dark Angel fitting sa pangalan. Angel galing sa Dark Room para dito sa side ng HCT.
Oh man, not looking good. Not a good start. No, we saw CMG of course got that first pick in that first round. Right, si NL. I think he's gonna be expecting somebody to push out. We're seeing a lot more aggression out of CMG than we would have expected. But it's again another slowdown after that first point of contact, right? We got all this. AB takes down Nomad. And Ared walking into the crosshair as well. So CMG very much in control of this round. CJ gonna be trying to answer back now. 1v4 for this guy. Sprays down onto the second. Pistol out.
He has to
Just
run.
in case somebody comes in from behind him. It's gonna be a very hard 1v3, man. Here. Kita natin mamaya. C4 down. And it's in no man's land. Everyone is on the other side of the double doors. I don't know how you're gonna get through this. There's too many angles to cover as well. But he gets said. And AV gonna answer back. That's gonna be a one round for CMG going the other way.
Yeah, instant pick dito sa fence. That's why nakadiretso yung isang player. Papunta nga dito sa may mid side. Ano yun na nga? Machine room control na naman para sa side ng CMG. Ayaw talaga nila ibigay ito sa side ng Herby Gaming. And I wonder what is the reaction para dito sa Herby Gaming, no? Since they don't know how many members are taking dito sa machine room, they can't react immediately dito sa east side. So they're kind of stuck guessing dito sa mapa natin. And Ajax getting itong si CJ. Oh no. This is not good news. And CJ,
oh boy,
not expecting Ajax to hold the close angle dito sa control room natin, pare.
Yeah. This time, I think CJ has been possibly the key player in the last couple of rounds. He does have 5 frags on the board already, but this time it's a much slower take. Again, from HGT, when they have the round in their control, right, wherein CMG is taking the more passive routes, it does usually work out in their favor. We're gonna have to see whether or not that ends up true this time around, because Ajax does take down NL on the other side. Kanina, we were seeing HGT actually get some great rotations off of CMG, catching them halfway through. But this time it's not working out. Ito na lang, dalawa na natitira para sa side ng Herby Gaming team.
Yeah, they're dead, man. Oh, I love Pinoy subbase, man. It's just so chaotic.
Man?
I mean, I see that it's a 4v2. Someone is gonna run straight indeed to the woods to try and get the flank going. And ayun na nga, CMG, 2 rounds on the board para sa kanila dito. And ayan na nga, nilabanan na ang Machine Room at si Ared with the help of I Love NL. NL getting 3. Inubos na ang lahat ng miyembro ng CMG sa loob ng Machine Room. At B-site na lang ang kailangan nilang kunin. Ajax nahulog na rin. Silent mukhang susunod na. At ATT, second round on the board bago pa mag-tick yung oras ng 1 minute and 57.
What in the world was that, man? An insane start to the round. Now to answer back. That's gonna be great for them. But now, that if we're gonna be able to replicate that kind of aggression this time around, knowing that, I mean, CMG, they do have the ability to still adapt to the actual situation that's going on. But now, 2 minutes left on the clock. Again, a slow take coming from Herby Gaming team, keeping CMG on their toes, showing several different looks, no? The flexibility of this roster is great when you're up against a team like CMG. But someone's going to have to win at some point, and if you play this too long, the time pressure is going to be on you.
Smoke's gonna go through. I like yung kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, no, yung smoke changes natin has kind of skewed the game a bit. Para sa Crossfire, it's a lot less people sitting in front of smokes, more sitting inside of it, man. And I think these smokes are to just divert attention para sa side ng CMG. Everyone's now laser focused dito sa may lockers natin. And then what HG can do here is delay lang muna sila. Manahimik lang muna at the moment, but I feel like they really do not care if CMG hears them or not. They're very confident whether or not they can take the shots here. Pero Silent gonna get the first kill. Alright, that's a good start.
Yeah, then. The first frag coming on through. I think Silent has been a pretty good player on his team over the last couple of maps. So this time it looks like he might be the key to victory this time around. The second kill. Second frag now for him, Charles. Oh! Wait. No, man.
Luwag.
You got themselves all the way in here. You already have... This is...
EV in the
Mr.
prime
Zed
spot,
on the
man.
other side. Look at it, EV. He knows. He's not going to show his face at all until it comes down to the
Check ba
actual
nila?
retake. So it's going to be a 2v4. It's going to be a tough one, man.
No, EV's just gonna sit there. Hindi niya kailangan gumalaw masyado dito, pare.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They don't know. They
Oh,
have no
surprise.
idea. And Ajax!
Grabe naman yun. Hide and seek. Hide and seek gaming. My man did not have to move there, Josh. And there we go. CMG, another round on the board para sa kanila dito. A really good defense sa start ng round galing dito kay Silent, and medyo umiinit na rin na onte dito ang CMG, but the objective here is for them to get most of the rounds. Pero yun na nga, nilabas na ang shotgun, in-inspect na ang bag, pero nahulog na yung tropa natin. X3D with 2 good headshots. CMG, inubos na naman ng HCT, man.
Oh, man. That quick. Now you see the aggression out of CMG. Knowing that it could have been very punishable on this map, especially, but it does work out. Sometimes when it comes down to the gunplay, it still works out. Dark Angel now. Only man standing in a 1v4. He does have the sniper in his hands. I don't know if he's going to be able to find anything on the other side of the smoke, though. Is he going to have to check every corner here? He's stuck in his own spawn. And they're scouting him out. Zed, the fall down at his hands. He's so low, but through that smoke, it takes down EV as well. Pistol on the other side, but Silent will finalize it. No clutch for you just yet, CMG on a roll.
There we go. I feel like ito rin yung momentum, no, galing sa last map natin. So, very nice that we are seeing this galing sa side ng CMG. And Zed with a very nice defense dito sa may MR natin, trading out his teammate despite getting blasted gamit yung shotgun na yun. And wood stake para sa side ng HG. So I think hindi na nila kukunin yung second mid dito. Si Dark Angel magsistay lang dito sa likod just as always. And he's gonna go for a huge galing dito sa passage. A red X3D kaharapan na sa luwag. And papasok na nga sa loob ng site. Yeah, that's probably C4 down, man. Oh! Dark Angel.
It's gonna be a 4v3.
Oh, 4 by
Dark
3.
Angel on the lurk as well, man.
4 by 3.
Great on the timing here. Not gonna be expected. And he gets another as well. My God, Ajax, what do you do? Sniper versus sniper first. He has to take one down before he can take down the rest of the team. They can't convert. Now, the reload's a little bit awkward here, but he does take down Dark Angel eventually. Gonna be a hard clutch. 15 seconds now left on the clock. It's gonna be a 1v3. AWM not gonna be able to connect. He can't even pull the trigger. Now the round goes to HGT.
Now, second round para dito sa HGT. And he just runs it back, in all honesty. Pero si CMG, now they're gonna overcompensate dito sa A site. Dalawang tao sa shutter, isa sa CR, isa sa baba. And this is gonna leave their B site wide open. And pag na-discover to ng HGT, actually, correction, third round on the board para sa HGT. And pwede nilang i-swing itong B site. All they have to do is get silent, smoke off itong si Ajax at pumasok ng site. But that's easier said than done.
Yeah, hard one here. We're not able to get too much information out of that. I think we actually saw them try and scout out B side. They didn't see much. They're gonna try and approach this in a different direction, knowing that it might be false information on the internet, no? So NL making that push over here through vents, making sure that they might be able to catch somebody who has been trying to lurk around here. I think on the other side, it is X3D, the designated vents player this time around. Turning the other way, it's gonna be a very, very slow take. That's gonna be 3 people falling down from the sky, dropping down onto Mr. Charles himself, but now flashes out. CJ first contact. He sees Charles out in the open, but there's too many people coming his way. He can't fight back, but that's gonna be trades after trades here. 3v3 at the side.
Oh, hold up.
Takes out CJ. Where does he even get that timing from? Here, Dark Angel will answer back. No plant just yet. 20 people, 2v2. Gotta make sure that it's gonna be safe. Now, Dark Angel, eyes on the prize, on the window, trying to find the shots that he can take. If he can even get it. Now the smokes brought out. Only 40 seconds left. In HGT, they've called a pause in the round. CMG are aware that there might be alert this time. They're careful. Now, bomb's gonna go down. 35 seconds left on the clock. The smoke's out as well. And look at this lurk. Man from Nomad, he is aware somebody might come in from behind him. The flank might be effective, but we'll see in a bit whether or not this works out. 2v2. It's gonna be a very, very slow approach from CMG.
Need to double flash. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to happen.
That's one. Where's the second? No, okay, just run. Oh, he doesn't run?
Nomad!
Okay. 8 seconds. That's tough, man. I feel like dapat tumakbo na lang dun si Dark Angel. I mean, you guys had all the time leads C4 to just delay as much as possible. Pero, sometimes you get greedy pagdating din sa missile. Especially that's a shot that's really hard to hit most of the time. Especially you can just instantly crouch as you miss your first shot. Pero sometimes you get hit with the first shot and you kind of just leave itong players sa may stairs on an island, and that's not really the best play. But if that worked, that would have crushed yung confidence dito ng CMG. Honestly, it's not too bad of a score galing sa HGT, man. My opinion.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, at this point, considering that CMG are playing on the GR side, I think the pressure's on them, actually. Considering HGT should have been are technically on the harder side of the map. And 3 is a pretty good number already. If they can get this next round, it'll be even better, right? Bonus rounds for them when we switch it out. But makikita natin if that works out. Because it looks like, at least to me, that CMG have finally found that rhythm na kailangan nila out of that first set. So it's going to be a very slow take again. Slow approach. A red. He shot down. There's a lot of chip damage being done onto him here on the other side. You see the utilities being thrown out the window. But sobrang slow. I think Dark Angel might have seen a little whiff of X3D on the other side there, but Ajax, great patience. Naharap niya at the very last yung kanyang heavy sniper. A red double sniper arrangement coming in from there to strike. Spray from silent. My God. CJ na lang.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's just how B-side take works on the need a sub base. If you don't get locker rooms control, you have to get it kind of needs a passage, and if passage doesn't work, then everything breaks down. There is a alternative, no? Sa pagkuha dito ng B-side if you get second mid control as well, pero with the way that the defense is set up para the CMG, it's also really hard to get itong second mid. But, you know, someone is crawling dito sa may vents. And CJ, I think he's gonna make it dun sa bungad dito ng vent natin. No? So, hindi madali makapasok sa loob. So, this is really good active denial galing sa side ng HGT. And CMG, they're just scoping out itong outside just in case na may magpupush at the moment. Pero wala pa naman. I mean, huge confidence dito kay Archangel, man. He's the only one holding itong A.
Yeah. Rosa is not scared. And it's going to be a slow take from CMG. 3 rather. Players making their way here towards A. There's only one man here. Archangel and CJ actually gets one kill on the other side.
Oh!
The triple! The Archangel's going insane, man! Does
No,
not give a care in the world, and now there's only Ajax left. Left to fry in the batter here. What a round from HGT to start off the second half.
Grabe naman yun. Nag-iba ng anyo si Dark Angel dito. Balik si Tanggol for a second. But then, he goes Dark Angel once again. 6-4 HGT. And that is why they have that full confidence dito kay Dark Angel na mag-hold dito sa ace site. The absolute player that he is. And CJ na naman. Nagbiktima ng isang player dito sa vents. At babalik siya dito sa control room. Advantage agad para sa side ng CMG. Charles Wilson pumasok pero hindi niya na-clear dito si Nomad. He gets the kill anyways. Nakuha na nila yung 2F. C4 control. Hinatap yung flash. Hindi ko alam bakit pero okay lang. CJ does not get the kill dito kay Silent. 3v3. Low si Charles. Ared hindi pa. And it's a 1-for-1 so far. It's not too bad. 2 versus 2. Half HP si EV. Could be worse.
So many flashes, man. Oh! It's Ajax again, alone. C4 now gonna be on his hands. Not a chance, pare. Nagsasagutan yung dalawang sniper natin dito. Dark Angel was shot down by Ajax in the first half. Now he's answering back in HGT. Only one round away from cleaning things up, right? Make things a little bit more equal. That's newfound confidence para sa HGT, and looks like we talked about earlier how easy it is compared to the Blacklist side to play on the GR para sa side na to, sa map na to in particular, and now we're seeing it actually come to fruition. I mean, look at Dark Angel. He's got 12 frags already as a sniper on HGT. And because of that, right, CMG, I think they're trying to reassess what exactly is the game plan for HGT this time around, because they've actually switched up their defense quite a few times so far. Because of that, they need to re-explore things, right? See how the default is set up.
Charles slowly crawling. Papasok ng site. Locker room is under control. Pero hindi pa naman Nomad. Smoke is gonna go down. So meron silang rough idea kung lalabas pa ng locker room etong CMG, and they finally start the move dito sa LR side natin. 2F is still occupied dito ni Nomad. Pero, Sed. Sed. Nakalagpas pa ka si Sed. Ay, nakuha ni Nomad was si EV. Pero alam pa nila na nasa likod dito si Sed. Nakuha na nga. Sed is down! How did that happen? Naku po! Nauubos dito yung CMG. Pero Ajax gusto bumawi. Charles, nakuha na rin na isa. And ubusin na nga dito, Diyos. Naku po!
1v1. Dark Angel on the other side. But he knows where he is. He's made it through jail. He's walking on forward. But Charles, what a way to get that round. Here CMG stopping HGT in their tracks.
Oh my God, 7-5. I really thought na round na yun for the side of HGT, considering si Sed nahulog agad as that flank player. But in classic PH fashion, amidst all the chaos, it turns into a 1v1.
Nothing more classic than that, man. The old Mexican standoff. Right. 12 here, there is going to be an attempt at pulling some attention towards his side. You actually see the exploration coming in from, if I'm not mistaken, that's actually Silent. Trying to find something towards A. The rest of the team, though, the bulk of the manpower, they're slowly pushing out towards B, where the same thing, right? The setup from HGT is lying in wait here now through
Oh, Ajax is down.
oh, Dark Angel first kill on the enemy sniper.
It's a quick hope too. All right, that's not too bad, Josh. Honestly,
Not too bad.
they
not
got
too
no
bad.
man. They got out. That's fine. What an angle by CJ. That's such a cheeser angle, man. I hate it, but it works.
If it works,
But,
it works, man. You gotta respect it. Oh,
Oh! Oh my god, what is happening? Silent all of a sudden gets to. I mean, it's winnable. Already need to start tapping kasi look.
he will, and they're so low right now. Just one spray actually could take them both down, but he's flashed out to delay. He takes on EV. Silent.
Naku, low si
That's man standing on the
Silent.
other
Ay,
side
ay, ay.
of the
Dami
little
pa oras.
missiles. At kumakuha niya. And a spray.
Ah.
It does connect. The retake successful. The 1v2 clutch now achieved para sa kanya. What a round out of a red. And look at his HP, man. The lowest frag on the side of HGT gets that. And that, if I'm not, like, this might be speculation on my side, but man, that's a tilter.
Yeah. Actually, nanalo sila against, 1v1. They had a low HP player, but that time, it is a red on that AK-47, pare. So, it's pretty hard to win a 2v1 kung dalawa kayong low player dito, especially with the skill that the red has. It's 6 to 7. Neck and neck na yung dalawang teams natin dito. HCT with the better side of the map as well. So, depende pa rin. I mean, CMG, if you can get the same opening picks na nakuha nyo kanina, even if it does result in a 4v4, I mean, get the first pick and then swing one side of the map. Pwede pa naman yun, honestly.
Yeah.
Pero, tignan ba naman yung positioning ng HGT. They do not want to give any lives here, man.
It's not gonna be an easy one, man. Nakita natin kasi kanina, right? When they got too aggressive in CMG, got that first kill, that's when they started losing control of the map. So this time around, the adaptation, right, is to play it safe. Hold on to your crossfires, wait for someone to cross your angle. Because otherwise, if you get too aggressive, then you get in trouble. And look at this high-low setup actually from them. And L, oh, baiting it out here.
Woo!
Charles trying to
The bait.
respond back and a spray down from both these guys, man. The high-low setup is very cerebral coming in from HGT. And now, so many people down on the side of CMG. Ajax down low to only 30 HP this time as well.
Yun lang. Oh, CJ, gotta be careful, my friend.
what?
What a pre-fire in that corner. I mean, Nomad one's down. Ay, 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 ay. Naku po.
It's happened again.
Napakasakit para sa CMG unless Ajax. Oh, that's
Ajax.
one. Hold up. Kaya pa. Kayang-kaya
Oh
pa.
my
Oh,
God!
yun lang. Nahulog din yung Godbox player. Nako po, 25 seconds on the shot clock. Not much time.
Not much
But
time,
it is
man.
possible.
It's possible, but the pressure is here. He's gonna have to put it in.
narinig siya.
CJ is gonna be at an off angle, playing from high. So, going through that smoke. CJ sees him right
Spotted.
through that smoke. Another round for HGT, and that should equalize things. Both teams now only 3 rounds from victory, but now the entire series lies in the balance for the side of CMG. Chullanga, kailangan na makuha to. O hindi, they're gonna be going down into the lowers.
Oh, said now attempting. Dito sa may fence. But he's so scared, man. Look at the conditioning na ginawa dito ni CJ.
He's done it
They're
so
now
many
so
times
scared to go up
kasi.
sa vents. Yeah. This is tough. I mean, I want both teams to win, man. I'm such a big fan ng dalawang teams natin dito, but I feel like HGT have control dito sa game natin.
Yeah. And they're on the easier side of the map as well, right? When your GR side knows how to play this, and you know yung mga small intricacies na ginagawa ng HGT, like the high-low setup na ginawa ni na Nomad sa kabilang side. And now they've switched it up again. Change in how they play, the change in the angles that they have to cover, now resulting in the win. But now NL one couple of kills for the side of CMG, but there's a lot of chip damage done.
that's
EV
depressing.
falls at the hands of a red as well. 3v4.
Oh, a red? Oh no! You should be checking vents that late, brother. I think babayaan na lang yun. In all honesty, but I really think like they just wanted to make sure na wala talagang tao sa loob. But I think he checked it wrong. There is one way to check it na hindi masyado kita yung ulo mo dun. And I think he just wanted to casually check it. And at this time, so he's gonna confirm na wala ng tao sa vents instead. Magkakakitaan sila dito sa may luwag natin. Silent. Nakapasok ng site. Okay, makakaplant sila C4. Pero ilan pa yung flash dito ng HG? Kung dalawa pa yung flash nila, this is possible. Pero kung isa na lang, medyo mahirap. And here comes the flash.
Smokes, flashes. Gonna be brought out. Double flash to get inside of the site. Right through that smoke. Nomad gonna be absorbing some of the bullet. Silent holding it off. Stalwart protector here of the bomb. Now Silent trying to spray it down. Not gonna work out, but NL moving on forward. Cannot see it. Ajax is too good. And CMG keep that lead.
Eight to 7, okay. CMG, napaikot pa nila yung laro dito. Very nice play, honestly, na napunish na si Red for checking vents. I mean, 3v3, that's very easy math para dito CMG. If you're in a 3v3 and you are in sub-base, you're doing a Dark Angel as well, unable to hold dito sa may metal box natin. In my opinion, I think as soon as we get dito sa later stages ng round natin, especially when it's a 3v3 and you are that A player, I think you just play Missile. Kasi, pag pinatayan mo dito yung luwag, dito sa metal especially, you run the risk of dying and the rest of the site is opening up. Para Steve, if you're playing that aggressive, I think at most you do want to go for yung that one crouch angle that you can just press control on multiple times and try and see if you can spot any single pixel of an enemy around the corner and just run back sa site. Pero yeah, HGT trying to play with confidence dito sa mapa natin. CJ wanting to check. Double peek dito sa may mid side and a very nice play galing sa HG. Double peek second mid after walang presence. That's genius, man.
Yeah, double swing out of them. Here, first point of contact. Already is going to be expecting someone on the other side. Ajax will take down CJ sa may kabila in an attempt to try and put some misdirection into this round, no? There's going to be some rotations coming in. They expect it to happen. But, push out through that window. Makikita ba natin ni Ajax kung anong nangyayari sa may kabilang side? The spam's coming on through. Ajax does eat a little bit of damage, but there's only 43 seconds left in the round. So X3D said he has to find a way inside. NL, he falls at the hands of NL. But look at this. Silent gets checked out. Arid sees him. C4 now gonna be down and Ajax so low. I don't know how you can do this. One shot, one bullet takes him down and the headshot as well. We are now cleared equal again at 8 and 8.
Let's see, man. 8 and 8. X3D immediately tagged, but I don't think that's information. Not just yet. So, I think both teams gusto na nila maging medyo passive dito. Pinabayaan lang ng HGT ang kanilang locker room. So, that means, I think kung ma-realize ng CMG na walang tao dito sa locker room, they're gonna go straight in, get that control. Hindi pa nila kailangan pumasok sa site, but at least meron sila angle para abahin dito yung dark room and itong mid-wall. Oh, pero tignan mo naman, nakadungaw si NL. What a spot.
They know. The slow approach again. CMG. Got the nades, all the utility being thrown out. Dark Angel falls, but Nomad answers back here. But look at this, the trades after trades again. Mexican standout, people falling one after the other. CMG, only 2 players left here. No space, no time to put down that bomb just yet. But Ajax makes things a little bit more easy. Nomad now gonna be down at the hands of the sniper. And then as well, this guy waking up during map number 2 to bring it over into map point. But CJ, 1v1 here up against Ajax. Mahuhuha niya yung timing. Spray down, pistols are gonna be out for both of them. But CJ, he will get set point for HGT, taking that lead from CMG.
Oh my god. What a nice galing dito kay CJ. Nilabas ang pistol, naka-20 na dito si CJ sa mapa natin. Nagkakagulo dito sa B-site. Hindi nila nakita na may nakadungaw dito sa may 3F aka Rafters. Pero yun lang. What a close round. Nakadalawa na dun si Ajax pare. Pero wala talaga. I mean, it's up to those 1v1s, man. It's like a penalty kickoff pagdating dito sa soccer. And it's the goalkeeper versus the kicker. And Krabe, CJ just scored the goal of his life to give HGT a match point. 1 minute and 45 on the clock to decide kung mananalo ba dito HGT or pasok pa tayo sa overtime.
That's right. They know they can feel the pressure, CMG. Again, slowing it down. And piece together again kung ano na naman yung depensa ng HGT dito. Kasi baka mamaya, bago na naman yung itsura nila. It's gonna be a new strategy for the side of Herby Gaming team to try and convert this last round to finish off this 2-0 sweep that they could have. There's potential for that. Herby's gonna be hanging on the balance. And oh no, he gets a little bit too aggressive over into the crosshair of Silent. Chrome to the dome you see here, and that's gonna be an advantage for the side of Chullanga. But there's only a minute left. It looks like they're trying to put on pressure on the other side. Rotation from HGT going over towards A.
To A.
Which unfortunately, look, they're all going towards A, man. This is the most awkward misread you could ask for.
Oy, oy, oy. Dark Angel, you're gonna have to hit. 40 seconds on the clock.
Bomb so
Meron
close.
pa naman tao sa side.
Oh, look at EV.
Oh, no! It's all on EV, man.
Oh! Oh, man, what was that? Couldn't have expected that coming. I think we saw the full rotation. 4-man. And an EV. Inside the vents in the perfect time, right? I don't know who called that. Whoever did, you are a genius. That's going to be OT. First OT of the day for us. Holy balls.
I mean, yun lang. Nicolas got a bit too excited, pare. And peaked dito sa passage. I think he really wanted to end it, no? That's for sure. I mean, you can't really blame him. Kasi hindi ata i-expect ng... hindi in-expect ng HCT na in-expect ng CMG that someone's gonna go aggressive. But that is just the... how do you say this? The Bisaya on Bisaya read at the moment. So they know. They know pag meron nang lalabas talaga for that sweet aggression, pare. So 9-9. Overtime. Dito sa base. What a game so far. Honestly, pantay pa yung dalawang teams natin at this very moment. And I mean, HX, he's heating up. Si said, grabe talaga yung kanyang mga lurk dito. Gumagana right and time para sa side ng CMG. So, titignan natin, man. There's a lot of mistakes dito sa mapa natin na pwede natin i-point out, but I don't think we don't have time to point every single one out, of course, kasi papasok tayo into overtime in just a bit. Of course, I think teams natin are already ready and roaring to go para i-start to. Maybe they're taking their... pero kailangan ng onting breather, no? Especially after such an intense match na ganito kalapit yung scoreline natin. Gonna need to breathe a bit, pare.
Yeah. I mean, we started off a little bit cold on the side of CMG. So, sabi nga natin, kailangan ni Ajax mag-turn up. And he has! And to great results as well, no? On the other hand, I think we've gotten the full potential out of both these teams now once we got into set 2 here in sub-base. So, there has to be like quite a lot of respect for each other, knowing that, of course, this is possibly going to be the last map of the series. Right? The stakes are going to be high for HGT. They could end it now, right here, right now, if they can get over it through this overtime, or even, I don't know if they can get over into golden round. But that would be an insane start to the day, right? This is only the first series, by the way.
Yeah, and 300 people watching. Grabe. Just like how I said it, man. Pagdating talaga sa Crossfire, guys, regional pride has got to be one of the best things to happen dito sa laruan natin. Of course, Cebu versus Davao in this game. HGT running Davao at the moment. CMG representing Cebu. Two different regions. I wouldn't say exact same dialect. Pero titignan natin kung sino lalabas sa taas dito. We are gonna have to wait and see, man. It's a sweaty game, pare.
Yeah, it's definitely a sweaty game, man. And this time, no double sniper setup for CMG. Smokes out for the side of CMG. See whether or not Herby Gaming team can get the same kind of results that they had in the first half. So again, Now that we've switched sides once more, natin kung makapag-adapt, whoever is going to be able to adapt first and faster will be that winner here. Nomad will be the first barrier to entry. Ito natin. Contact, silent on the other side. Little bit of a aggressive peek from him. And it could be punishable. There's Nomad. I think he's might be feeling that there's someone on the other side. But it's so quiet. Talagang slow take in HGT. Gotta check every corner, you know. Do your due diligence. Silent. Waiting here. The CJ's right there. He can hear it. He sees it and sprays down. But Dark Angel will get that kill eventually. Ajax now. The other side trying to answer back. And L. Look at this. Trying to lurk around. Will be taken down by Zed. They're falling one by one. 3v4 para sa side ng HGT. And Zed, again, alive here in this round. Will they take down one? There's only so few seconds left as they're counting down the seconds on the bomb. 29 seconds left. But now the entirety of HGT has been taken down.
10-9. CMG taking first two-digit scoreline dito sa game natin. HGT, they need to answer it dito sa laruan or else get stuck down 2 points dito sa overtime, which you never want to be in. Especially, man, when you get that 11 first, that's only 2 points left. And then you get the favorable side kung kaya dito kayo sa HCT. Pero CMG, if they're gonna get all three dito sa OT, that's match point before they side switch. And close game, you never want this to be in that scoreline specifically. Second mid control attempted para sa side ng HGT. And Charles now going aggressive naman dito sa may vent side natin. So, if magte-take sila ng B dito, there is still that vent presence that could still come out. Silent, gusto maging agresibo dito sa 2F.
Nomad.
Nomad. This is tough.
It's gonna be a very tough one, man. We talked about earlier, if you're on the side of GR, you don't want to be the first to lose a player. And it seems to me that this round, right, it can be summarized very easily. In which HGT, they're just winning their ones. Here, it's going to be a 2v4. C4 is now going to be down. It's going to be a pretty hard retake for them. But this approach that they have, going to be going in from the same angle. EV. Moving on forward, there's only 25 seconds left. Time pressure. As it is counting down. Kailangan nila mahanap. Zed. Good for one. Now, a little bit easier. Nomad out on the outside. Gets sprayed down, but cannot convert it. That's
Jeez,
gonna be it.
Peaks it.
It's 1-for-1 here again in overtime.
Oh, grabe! I can barely. I'm holding my breath dito sa round natin. It is just that close, and we are only on the second game of the day, second set to be specific, pare. And we're gonna have to wait and see. CMG. Still in a pretty good spot dito sa mapa natin. Zed is playing amazing dito sa series natin. Silent as well. Charles needs to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Pero titignan pa natin, of course, plenty of time to do so dito sa laruan natin. But this one round is gonna split the difference between the dalawang teams natin pagdating sa overtime. Hold your breath, folks. This might be the execute para dito side na Herby Gaming. Smoke's gonna go through. It's gonna miss.
No, we'll pretend we didn't see that. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. NL. The outside as well. They're trying to get a response out of CMG, but no one's responding. No reply, pare. Sinin lang sila. Now NL's gonna eat a little bit of damage, but Silent, oh my god, on the other side, gets sprayed down. The answer back from Red as well. It's again another lull in the round. They don't want to go all the way in.
Yeah, I think they're baiting it, big man.
And we've seen it before, right? HGT, they've been able to get CMG to rotate off of some first points of contact, but
tinatakot mo ko, Nomad. Tinatakot mo talaga ako, pare. That is a peak that you should not be doing in a tournament, especially ganun si Ajax. Could have easily lost his life. Pero buti na lang nakatingin si Ajax dito sa passage instead of lockers. Alright. Hindi yan.
That should be the take here. First point of contact. Zeds! Double kill now for him. Ajax to exterminate the last man standing. Dark Angel. I don't know how he's going to get this 1v3. There's only 15 seconds left and he doesn't even have the
This is tough.
C4 in his hands. Or does he? No, he does not. So there's 10 seconds. It's gone. That's it. CMG. Clean it up. Get that lead again. Man.
Not much you can do. Hindi nila check dito si Sid. He was in mid-wall. And dire-diretso yung player papunta dito sa site. He decided to go right. And unfortunately, the man was to his left. Really good defense galing dito kay XCT, man.
It's one of our favorite lines, you know. Check your corners, kids.
Yeah, check your corners, guys. Pero that's a hard corner to check, no? Kasi there is two corners that you have to check. You have to check right, you have to check left. I assume na akala niya talaga na clear na talaga yung left side dito considering he did not die that very first second na pumasok siya dito sa side. And it baited his teammate as well to go in. A very nice angle hold galing dito kay Zed. Got a double kill with the M4. And there's still a shot para sa CMG na makaredeem pa nga dito sa game natin considering sila pin dito sa game natin. And I don't know, I can see the vision, man, for the game 3. Maganda pa naman yung game 3 natin. That is sport. I mean, if yung mga tao natin sa chat nanonood ng Impact, that's a Ria 7 Classic. So, titignan natin if aabot pa tayo dun sa port or is this gonna be the second half going in the way dito ng HGT. And things, HGT 10, CMG 11. And this is gonna decide whether or not we go 3, man.
Zed, and gonna make this first contact out through vent. I think CJ might be aware. Looking at it so far. Oh, wait, the timing might just be a little bit off for them. CJ, he does take down Charles on one side, but he's not gonna be aware of the man coming down through vents. But whoa, he gets saved right through there. That's the lurker down for the side of CMG, man. That's not the good, not a good start to the round for Chullanga. The 3v5 ngayon. Not any damage done to HGT whatsoever. Because of that, right? A little bit of confidence now coming their way.
I mean, silent. It's still possible. Depende talaga kay Ajax dito. And just like how I said it, Ajax nakuha na nga si Red. I think he saw na nag-cross dito si NL. Dito sa dark room. So Nicholas, ikaw na talaga bahala dito sa B-site. Flash papasok ng site. Pero EV nakita niya yung ulo. Nakita niya yung late reaction galing dito kay NL. Bawas dito si EV. Pero makakaplant pa yata siya dito sa likod ng missile. Pero nawala si Silen. Hold on for dear life, CMG. This is gonna depend whether or not sa inyo match point or hindi. EV. Saan na lang natitira? Nahulog na si Ajax. 11-11. Oh my god, man. This is closer than ever.
Yep. Closer you could ever ask for. Now we're even Steven again. Both these guys, and I think CJ has been activated this time around. Was he was going to be getting that first kill out here. Now 3 people make their way over towards the side of B. Makikita natin kung makakuha sila ng magandang contact out of Herby Gaming team. But it looks like they're sticking to their books. Stalwart defense, hold on to the crossfires. Do not let go of the angle, no matter what happens. Because if you get too aggressive, that's how HGT gave away overtime. When one of them got too aggressive and walked into the crosshair. So that it looks like they have learned their lesson.
Oh, look at the spot na hold dito in Dark Angel. This is a familiar spot, my friend.
A very familiar spot. You did this before.
I mean, dahil nga dito, no, like, they commit too hard dito sa A side, but they're gonna send anyone down there. Or one guy down there anyways. So yeah, one guy is Slope, aka Aircon, na tinatawag ng Pinoy.
Got a minute left. Patient from CMG might be punishing them just yet. Kita natin mamaya-maya. They're slowly running out of space too. They have to be A bit more active, a little bit more proactive. Smokes out to further delay this push from CMG. They haven't decided on where to go just yet. Silent here on lurk duty.
Oh,
Now
Silence down.
Nomad
They got passage.
takes down Silent, who has been trying this entire series. Nomad now gonna get the second as well. He's gone mad, but EV answering back with his
Oh.
3-2.
Nomad is
Now
so
falling
good,
down.
bro.
Si Ajax na lang natira. 1v4 para HGT. Looking poised to take that lead once again. We'll see whether or not this is a doable clutch for them. The series, the win lies in the balance. Ajax, he's so low, gets ran down by NL. 12 now for Herby Gaming Team.
What a hold by Nomad. Denying passage, tapos pwede ka pa pumasok doon, fully knowing na mag-isa lang doon si Silent. That's another angle you have to worry about. But no, si Nomad, inoff angle na lang ang bungad ng passage dito. And he gets 3 inside of the site. Hold your breath. Cebuano fans. Could be the beginning of the end dito ng CMG, pero knowing sila pre, maglalaban at lalaban ba talaga yan? Nomad just holding mid instead. So what is the setup dito ng HGT? So I think it is still itong si Dark Angel sa A site. Sinamahan na siya ni Nicolas dito. And yeah, it's pretty standard. I mean, it's looking like in defense na nakita natin kanina. Pero Nomad, he's getting a bit frisky. A bit dangerous dito sa game natin. Doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, he wants to.
And now's not the time to do that. Again, we went into overtime because they did the same thing, right? They got a little too over aggressive, a little too antsy. Now it's 11-12. We went from that to this. Another Mexican standoff from these teams. A minute left here. CMG waiting for the last possible second to pull the trigger. Nomad
Oh,
barely
Ajax.
getting missed here. Ajax gets shot down. He's so low.
Oh, that's tragic. Wala agad si Ajax, man. That's a star sniper. Already gone to CMG. No choice yata na mag-A side, pero bulag na bulag si Silent. Pumasok na nga. They don't need to commit, honestly. They can pull in the Imperial here in this playful retake. Dark Angel nakuha na nga si Dark Angel dito. Good spray galing kay Silent. Makuha niya ba dito si Nicolas? Nicolas in a 1v2. Naupo, nagkalat na nga dito sa A side. Ano nangyari?
So I
Ba't naubos
have-
to ni HCT?
I don't understand how this
What
round
just happened,
has
bro?
fell. They had 4 people ready, right? They just needed to wait for the full retake timing, and it did not work out somehow, pare. Wow, it's a 12-12 banger, and it's only map number 2 of the day.
Woof. My man.
Oh boy.
What is going on in Subbase? What is going on to Subbase? Di ko alam kung
There's
paano
something
naubos
in
to
the
niya HGT.
water.
There is something in the seawater sa tabi ng submarine. What's going on, man? That's an HGT round written all over it. Pero somehow, some way, Silent and the boys getting in dito sa A site, even though alam na dito ng HGT na makakapasok sila doon. I think it was just better shots, honestly. Galing sa side ng HGT. I feel like na-pressure na dito yung HGT and they just couldn't hit anything.
And sometimes it just happens, you know. Here we are. Around, this is gonna decide everything between these two teams. So no mistakes, no room for mistake for either of them. CMG, it's whether or not to get into map 3. For HGT, just decides whether or not it's a sweep. I don't know if HGT have learned their lesson, but playing on the GR side for this map should be a little bit easier. Less pressure on them, especially if they can run down that clock and further delay the pushes from CNG. They've been doing this quite a lot, actually, where it came down to possibly the last 30 seconds, the last 20 for CMG to get inside the site. And because of that time pressure, they started making the mistakes that were pretty bad. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean they win that round, but as we saw in that round previous to this one, pero against low takes, HGT, they're gonna stick to their guns here. Much more passive this time around in their placing, and no bad. I think we're gonna be looking at that same setup. Nicholas? Moving on forward, cannot get connected to, but Ajax will be taking down Nomad on the other side. 1-for-1, and then L has eaten quite a lot of bullets. On his side, then CMG, now the nate's trying to take him down. Minute left on the clock. No adjustments still from HGT. They fill up that, the open space. Here, the rotation from CMG. It looks like they want to double down on that B take. 45 seconds here. EV. Be out and about trying to explain what's going on here. They fall one at a time. And still, we are equal. Dark Angel on one side. Silent takes down the other. Fair enough trade here, but Dark Angel's gonna be caught with the timing. Silent, absolutely insane right down. And the EV gets things easier. A red, down in a 1v3. Ajax on the other side. He's gonna be caught out here in jail. 35 seconds left on the clock. EV pushing out from one angle. Just one. Gets flashed out, but it's still a 1v2. They're so low. And if there's any time to pop up, the pop off. It is now EV again with a nade. Expecting it. Sees Stylen out in the open. They know where EV is. Just on the other side. Here by the missiles. Playing around here with movement. Trying to keep himself alive. The double peek coming in from CMG. And that's it.
Oh, Jesus, man. My heart is absolutely all over the place, man. Grabe talaga. Yung heart rate ko pataas pababa. Mostly pataas, honestly. It's 130 BPM right now. I could barely breathe. Dun sa game na yun. It was absolutely so close. Down to the wire. Down to the fights na nasa loob ng site. Dark Angel unfortunately could not hold on dito sa B. And we go into map number 3. Man, we go port. We go port dito sa game natin. And HX heating up could change things para dito sa side ng CMG because that top A position could be a different story. Depende talaga. May Dark Angel versus Ajax. The head-to-head matchup pagdating sa mga snipers natin. Pareho silang tumatama. So, titignan pa natin, man. In all honesty. I mean, both teams playing absolutely well today. And it's a pretty tight-knit game at this very moment. Port gonna be a very interesting one. Both teams playing it. I think, hindi ako sure sa history mo, Tomac, dito sa mapa na to. I think I remember them it dun sa Masters. So, ayun nga. It is gonna depend on what's gonna go dito sa laruan natin, man. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think at this point, man. Feeling ko yung dalawang teams na to, they're just neck and neck at this point, man. The Bisaya Derby is just getting better, pare.
Yeah, man. Hey, both these teams, right? There's just so much potential. We saw in map number 1. They finally realized that here in the second. And map number 3, the decider. I don't know if it's just because of their map pool, right? Sometimes when it comes down to it, your map is still gonna be your map at the end of the day. So CMG looked very comfortable even when they were not in the best spot. When we get into set number 3, we'll see who has the brighter, the larger map pool, who has a better hold on to port. Of course, at the end of the day, and the adaptations, man. This map was insane. We finally got to see that flexibility out of CMG na hindi natin nakita during map number 1. We finally got to see Ajax pop off. We were getting some insane moments out of the entire CMG roster this time, which was we gotta say it, right? It was missing in that first map, and now that it's finally come on through that screen, it has converted onto the server. It's now looking like anything's possible for this CMG team.
Grabe. I mean, it's an emotional roller coaster of a series so far. Compound didn't really go into CG, and sub-base barely even edged out dito sa map number 2. HGT has some experience pagdating sa port map. I think they've won some fair share of games. I think, if I can remember, I think nanalo sila against the best team on port, which is SBK doon sa Impact. So there is a bit of history para dito sa side ng HGT na they could definitely have won or win itong mapa na to considering the experience that they have. Pero lumalaban yung CMG, man. I mean, Silent playing on a whole nother level. He said his lurks are working. Ajax is back. Si Charles na lang talaga kailangan na lang na onting fragging galing dito kay Charles, and feeling ko mas magiging close pa yung series natin dito. And I'm gonna take a look-see kung magsisimula ang ating HGT na squad in this map. So, HGT is gonna be starting dito sa ating blacklist side. Global risk, of course, para sa side ng CMG. So, I think CMG meron silang advantage dito sa start ng laruan natin as long as they know what to look for dito sa map. I mean, yun nga, make sure you have Ninja covered, make sure you have CA covered, and you're gonna be fine. Make sure you have B covered kasi pag binigay nyo tong House B, give an opportunity for lineups, and especially, eto para dito sa HDT especially, if you guys know yung court flash lineup para ma-flash yung harap ng HP dito, then you guys have a execute to go for. Kung hindi nyo alam, then it's gonna be a bit tough para pumasok dito sa B-side. So, yeah, titignan pa natin kung ano mangyayari dito sa port. Feeling ko talaga either way, we're gonna have a good game.
Yeah. I feel like it is gonna be a banger. But hey, I mean, we just finished map number 2. We saw quite a lot of looks from CMG, right, compared to our first map. Nakita natin yung aggression, the aggressive side for CMG, but at the same time, right, they had that flexibility, the candor to find the timings, actually play the map, force rotations out of Herby Gaming. And because of that, right, they got some of the very, very necessary rounds on top of some mistakes from HG as well. I think that mix of the turn up from the CMG players plus the more cerebral plays that we got out of CMG have really converted this map for that better. Even if they didn't really start off on the best couple of rounds, for sub base.
Yeah, for sure. Feeling ko talaga, I mean, sub-base could have gone either way, man. Yung kagaya nga na sinabi ko, there's multiple rounds na it was down to a 1v1. Either way, either team could have taken it. So, hirap talaga. It's really hard to say, honestly, between yung dalawang teams natin at this very moment. And, yun nga, I mean, some of those rounds, being down to a 1v1 pare, really just shows you how close this series is. Ajax heating up at the right moment. Yun nga, that one, hindi ko talaga makakalimutan, that one overextension galing dito kay Nicolas, man. Yeah. That one overextension galing dito kay Nicolas. I think that one play, kung nakuha na dun si Silent, that could have ended this entire map. Pero,
that was literally it.
Yeah, sometimes you get greedy, man. Ayun nga, sometimes greed is not good. Pero, sometimes greed is good. And pag nakuha na kayong play na yun, that would have ended this one surely. But man, this overtime is one of the overtimes. And simula pa lang tayo dito sa play-in, man.
Oh, man. First series of the day already going to an overtime, already going to a map 3. I mean, what more could you ask for here? We got all the way to golden round as well. What a day. So that's 12-13 here. Got some great performances out of Dark Angel CJ. Got Nicholas, who also 1.08 here. The other side, I think it was more of a team effort to get that win this time around for Chullanga Motomac Gaming compared to Herby. They didn't really need much highlight plays here other than just get maybe a couple of clutches to convert those rounds.
Mm-hmm. Nah, the CJ life game, pare. 20 AP. If you guys don't know kung paano mag-beat ng AP, that's skills minus deaths plus headshots. So, he got a whole lot of them. That is for sure, pare. NLO3 as well, having a hell of a game. Dark Angel holding really well dito sa mapa natin. And the rest of it, in all honesty, just like how we said it, man, it's a team effort galing sa side ng CMG. A really nice game galing dito kay Silent. Ajax with the comeback, man. Ajax didn't have the best start dito sa map number 1. Woke up dito sa map number 2, or sa second half na map number 1. Pagdating ng map number 2, he has not looked back. But since map titay, we are gonna take a very short break. When we come back, more action coming at you. See you in a bit. And we're back. Game number 3, HGT versus CMG. Davao versus Cebu. The Bisaya Derby continues dito sa port. Grabe talaga ang labanan between yung dalawang teams natin dito. It's unbelievable na nakikita natin. I mean, this is only the start dito ng play-in, but both teams, nakikita mo talaga yung desire nila na makapasok dito sa ating regional play-in, or regionals rather. So, ayun nga, just like how I said it, man, pag nanalo sila, nandito na sila sa finals for the play-in, and then Ayun nga. It would be a bit easier kung makapasok nga sila dito if they win itong map number 3. And then, yun nga, even if you lose dito sa final, you still have to lower bracket to kind of save you. Pero, pag nalaglag ka na maaga dito sa lower bracket and especially, tignan mo naman yung next series natin, man. Execration or VNG. Kung sino matatalo doon, yun yung kalaban mo dito. You want to make sure na makakapasok kayo doon sa final.
Yeah.
That is for sure, pare. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a very exciting one. Port ang magiging mapa natin for map number 3. And, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, both teams equally matched. So, 50-50 yung mapa natin going into the next one.
Yeah. That's what we could expect out of this. Nakita kasi natin kanina, right? Map number 1, it definitely went heavily in HGT's favor because of the fact that not all of the players on CMG were activated during map number 1. But then, I mean, once we got into the second map, everyone woke up, everyone's warmed up, and it was a banger map, man. It almost ended. We got to an OT, all because of I think it was Silent, who was the catalyst for that overtime, which brought us all the way to golden round. And man, what a series it is! And we're not even done yet. We're not done.
I love Bisaya derbies, man. Kasi anything can happen pag naglalabanan talaga yung mga friends natin from down under. And
that's me.
Hopefully, yeah, that's you, man. I mean, you are repping Cebu at the moment, but you know your way around Cebuano a bit. So, titignan natin if your homeboys can pull it through, or is it gonna be the boys from Davao going into yung finals natin. Impact versus Masters. Man, top 2 ng Impact. Just to find you guys versus bottom 2 ng ating Masters. And at this very moment, I mean, lives are on the line. Not really. I mean, there's still the lower bracket, pero technically lives on the line. Para sa akin, ayaw kalabanin yung Execration and or Vanguard, fully knowing ano nangyari dun sa last major tournament natin that involved many teams dito sa Manila especially. So, yeah, titignan natin, man. Titignan natin who is gonna pull through dito sa port. Just like how I said it na port, it's gonna be very important para sa mga snipers, especially pagdating sa mapa na to. Both bridges, PL Bridge and GR Bridge, are gonna be mostly controlled by yung mga snipers natin. If not, then it's gonna be a long for the fight. You know, how well can you get CA dito sa mapa na to? How fast can you get HB? And let us see. Very aggressive start. CJ, nandito na nga sa LB, but look at the defense para sa CMG. Harap-harapan talaga gusto nilang labanan dito ang HGT.
Patience though. Nade's not gonna be brought out. That should signal that first attack. But Silent, what in the world? It takes the boat down. Once they get a spray, Nomad answering back though.
Oh!
There goes Zed. In the flash
C4.
of an eye, in the blink of an eye, man, HGT is down to only one player. And that's gonna be Dark Angel. We've seen this guy clutch it out before, but it's gonna be a very hard one. So little time left. So little space on the map. CMG slowly closing around. You can even see that flank coming in from Zed, if I'm not mistaken. Ajax, rather, from behind him. He looks the wrong way! And there it goes. Ajax cleans it up. That's gonna be CMG. On the back of an insanely aggressive defense, they get that first round.
Yep. What a nice play. Galing sa side ng CMG. I mean, your first line of defense falls. There's already another player slipping on by dito sa Z. And they immediately fight back, man. I mean, I like yung ginawa dito ng Herby, right? They separated yung B push into 2 different parts. Yung first 2 initial players papasok just to clear yung initial defenses from Z and HP. And then the next 2 are gonna come in to clean up the rest of it. But unfortunately, Silent got 2 immediately. So, anong gagawin nyo dun as the 2 players who are trying to get the control dito sa LB? You have information, but nasa CMG yung better angles dito.
After the way they lost that first round, they're going to be playing a lot slower this time, though. You got Silent. Where that there may be some sort of lurk coming around here from the side of Herby Gaming. And Silent does get one. More control coming in from CMG. Patience not going to be there. I think the way that they lost that first round, it's not something to be expected. And because of that, right, that initial shock from having lost that with the play as good as that, right, that should have worked on paper. Unfortunately, might have ruined their confidence here. And it's only round 2.
Going into A. But this is just yung GR side playing to its strength. And they're just playing on their side of the map. And ito yung sinasabi ko, Josh. The top A sniper is the most important part. Pero Nomad 1. Hindi na magagawa, unfortunately. 2-0 CMG with the better side of the map. Making sure that they have the better start dito sa mapa natin. And this is exactly what I'm looking for. Para sa kanila dito. Oy, Red! Malapit ka na doon. Nakaabang siya sa bridge pero swerte na lang siya. Hindi siya natamaan doon.
Be careful here. I mean, HGT having been deactivated like that from what would have been an insane play. You can see the lasting effects of that. Kind of a little bit of a slight tilt after that. They started missing their shots, unfortunately, but they're gonna have to try and pick up the pieces because it's not gonna end. It's not done until it's done, and only 2 rounds for CMG doesn't mean that it's over. It's gonna be a slow take from HGT trying to explore the map, see where CMG players are. See him now. Wow, said again.
That's just map knowledge, pare. I mean, if you're gonna play this exact position, dito support, you have to know all the wall banks. And if you know all the wall banks, you get a free first pick. Kagaya na ginawa ni Sed doon.
That's it. Dude, HGT have been stuck on this part of the map for the longest time.
I mean, if you're gonna take A, might as well take it from here because you don't want to walk around and there's a sniper on the other side, man.
Yeah. Ajax, though, is going to be that first contact. Flash is now going to be out. Here, entry from CJ. Checking out those angles. Ajax will be falling at the hands of Nomad. Now, dead. Expected here in the angle, but look at this. AV sprays out onto 3 men. No way to fight back. And now suddenly, he's going to be all alone. C4 stuck in the middle of nowhere. And the flank coming out. 2 silence coming in from behind him. Put out on one side, gets sprayed.
Wow.
Now, that's going to be another round. CMG. Just when you think they're going to get that round, it falls in the hands of your opponents.
Yeah.
What a heartbreaking round there.
Alam yata ng CMG na ita-target dito si Ajax, no? Dito sa may top A side. So ilalagay nila si EV in a bait position. And as soon as you kill yung sniper dito sa top A, you just assume na clear na dito yung top A, man. But then EV pops out dito sa hagdan the right time. What a play galing sa CMG. They are keeping it together dito sa kanilang depensa, man.
What more could you ask for? Silent. Again, here's the alert timing. If you can get it. Too many people on the other side. Zed, EV, great. You know, 1 each now. And Dark Angel has to back off. You have to regroup. Gotta think of what to do next. And EV now out on the bridge again. GR Bridge. That first line of defense up against Herby Gaming team has already given them 2 free kills. Now they've lost control.
You have to force something, man. You have to force something. Maybe next round, they could go for a rush B hit. Someone has to die, though. Yun yung problema, no? Pag dumiretso ka dito sa B site, and you are the first player, you just expect to die, in all honesty. The person trading you is gonna have to be the one doing most of the job. Pero Charles, gonna go down, just doing a bit of a check, pero arrive na punish na agad. And 3 versus 4. Not too bad para sa HGT if makuha nila yung mid control. And look at the position ni EV dito, man. This is tough.
The patience. No overextension. He got silent again. On the lurk. I think he has been heard. There's only 30 seconds left in the round, though. They're scattered across the map. Red. He will find EV. Equalizing things. No man good for one over onto Sed. That's the lurker down. Oh, they don't check him! Just sprayed out for silence! What an off angle for this man. 15 seconds left on the clock. And he's out to Archangel trying to keep it together, but not gonna be it. All because of silent. One singular defender.
Grabe. What happened sa A napunta dito sa B, Josh?
Oh no.
They assumed it's clear. Pero si Silent, tahimik lang yan sa umpisa. Pero habang meron pang mas madaming players na pumapasok dito. Patience is real para padaanin lahat. And he got all three. HGT wishing that they can breathe a bit. And feeling ko talaga they need to chill. They need to just take their sweet time. Dito sa round natin, hindi nila pwede masyado because that can happen. Pag masyado ka nang madali, then Silent is just gonna take advantage of you. And parang nararamdaman na ng CMG na nagpapanik ni HGT. So para sa akin, HGT, you guys need to chill. Yeah, you guys need to chill out first. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. There's so much time on the board. So huminga muna kayo and then decide what to do. Kasi if you guys are getting a bit too frisky, then CMG is just gonna punish you again, pare.
Man, we're halfway through the first half. And HGT have not gotten a single round. Yeah, they've gotten close, but it's just not enough. And now, CMG, they've changed it up again. We're looking at the double sniper setup for this team. You haven't seen it in a while, but this time, HGT might not be ready. And this time, it looks like they have somehow heard your advice. Play a little bit slower. And it looks like it has maybe worked. Ajax falls into the hands of Dark Angel. X3D on the other side. Here with the sniper.
Sad.
One out, another. They're going to be falling. But now NL answering back. It's going to be a 2v3. HGT not on site just yet. Evie. Oh! He gets taken down. Plucked out of the sky here by NL. And it's not over yet. But there's only 50 seconds left on the clock. They don't even have the C4. Look at the positioning. Charles, he knows where the C4 is.
Ay
And
na
they're fighting from
naman.
silent again.
Ay,
From
ay, ay.
behind.
This is bad. This is bad, man. It's
Oh,
bad from
what?
bad to worse, and said he knows exactly kung ano ng posisyon na meron dito yung HCT. They're at an all-time low dito sa laruan natin, so he's gonna try to stomp him while they are down. 4 versus 4. I think it's fine at the moment. Nawala si Sed, but that's fine. 4 versus 4 is not too bad para dito sa port. It's not like sub-base na pag naging 4v5. Mahirap to, pare. So, I think it's still doable para sa CMG, and it's very quick rotation papunta ka dito sa B-side. No, there's one player playing curve right next to bridge. So as soon as may magtapon dito sa B-side, quick reactions galing dito sa side ng CMG.
Wallbangs attempted here by Red. Gonna be granting the information to CMG. The rotation is now gonna be coming in. Look at this. He's pushed all the way forward. I don't think he's gonna be expecting too many people on this side of the map. But Red. Silence has met this guy. C4 on the way out. It's gonna be a slow push. One man from mid, the other from the other side. Ajax finds a Red inside of the window. What in the world is that angle, sir?
Very common one dito sa B-side. Pero di yata in-expect na si Ajax yung naka-hold dun. 3 versus 4, man. From bad to worse para sa HGT, and it's looking like it's not a comfortable map, especially galing sa BL side. Pero to be fair, no, BL side pagdating sa port is absolutely difficult, especially with the way that CMG is playing it. Pero Charles, narinig? Dark... What? Alright, 4x3. Yun na sasabihin ko, 4x3. 800, 600, baby.
It's gonna be a hard one. And it's CJ. Again, left to pick up the pieces. Not a single round here for HGT in our first half. CMG are on a roll. And it looks like they are poised to get this reverse sweep.
Man, after such a close sub-base, this is what's gonna happen dito sa port. It's a bit depressing, pero ayun nga. Just the way the cookie crumbles. Tingnan mo naman, 3-man long. 3-man long! How do you expect that? CMG! Grabe, sobrang veterano na sila pagdating sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Pag ganito na kalayo yung score, might as well go for something risky. Might as well go for something demoralizing para sa HCT. 7-0. And the Davaoenos disappear dito sa port, pare.
No respect for the South, man. That's what it is. Para sa side ng CMG. Pick up everything. Cebu on their backs, the name of Chullanga ringing out in their ears right now. They want to finish it quick. There's only 2 minutes still left on the clock and only 2 more rounds left in the first half. Herby
Yeah.
Gaming team have yet to get any rounds. Look at this. They're eating the bullets again. EV, Ajax, one after the other, holding it off.
Even needs a back.
Just these two, and man, it doesn't even matter to them. They're so
Mm-hmm.
confident, so ready for everything that they can throw in their direction. And silence coming in from the other side as well. Alright, they're getting squeezed out. The crunch coming in from both sides. What do you even do when you're getting chased down from every part of the map? Nomad now left standing. 1v4 and so much to do, but he's gonna try anyway.
Yeah.
One falls, but he will be taken down eventually. 8 rounds in a row and not a single one for Herby Gaming Team still.
People are gonna assume that I am mad because I'm really rooting for CMG here. Pero it's more like I know HCT is better than this, man. I know that they can do better than what we are seeing at the moment. Because right now they're just running it down on each side of the map. Di sila makakuha ng opening whatsoever. Everyone's on fire. The double sniper setup as well galing sa CMG. A site is no access. B site mahirap pasukan. And they're gonna play mind games a bit dito sa B site. 3-man B plus the curve player na pwede pa mag-rotate ng napakabilis dito sa B site. And hindi sila magpapakita muna sa mapa natin. Our Dark Angel, spotted. Sa right side, pero they're gonna have to chill out, man. They're gonna have to chill out muna. And this is, HCT is doing good. There we go. Ganun man, oh. They just need to wait. Wait for an opportunity to present itself, pare.
Yeah. Got too aggressive, got a little bit too angry. Right? And sometimes it does bite you in the butt, as you could see earlier. Now there is still time. It's not over yet. There's still 2 rounds. 1 round in this half. And HGT, if they can win this, at least they keep CMG off of match point. But with that first kill coming on through Ajax, the star sniper for CMG down, should be much more confident from HGT this time around. But Silent takes down 1. Nomad answering back.
Flashes.
Again, pound for pound, they fight. Charles. Oh! They take him down
What a
here.
wall bang.
What a wall bang indeed. It's going to be a 3v3. Nomad solo on the other side. Only a few seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to run this down. CMG holding off on all the different sides, all the different corners that they could come in through. And it looks like the exploration again. CMG are aware that no one from HGT is anywhere else on the map. They're going to hold on to these angles for dear life. 30 seconds now. They have to move anytime now, but Aren finds Charles on one side. Dark Angel watching all the way out. They know where he is. EV, how do you stay alive when you're going like this, staying inside of the smoke? Aren, again, another kill for this man. Said, last man standing. He stands between HGT and their first round in this game. And that's going to be it. Finally,
there we go.
Herby Gaming Team, they hatch the reg. It's going to be 1-8. But it's so much more to do.
Grabe, they hatched their egg, man. But the chick is waiting for dear life. Dito sa laruan natin. 8-1, HCT finally are gonna get this GR side. May chance na silang bumawi dito sa mapa na to. But CMG, they know exactly what position they're in, para. They are just gonna stay quiet to start ng round. They're gonna try to poke out any damage that they can bago sila pumasok sa mga sites.
X3D. Taking off angle. We'll see if he can find Nomad here. If he can get the timing right, and he's so close. He should be checking this corner. Oh, and he does pull that trigger faster. Zed, good first kill. The Lurker once again striking first here for the side of CMG. And there's so much more patience compared to HGT here. It's night and day compared to the first half.
Yeah, they already got CA control. Top A player is gonna be on an island, pero nandito na si Red. And there's 3 people that could defend it on A site. But as soon as the smokes and flashes start raining, man, this is gonna be quite troubling. Pero si Red nandito sa gilid. He's on ladder box, so Dark Angel needs to try his best to take all the attention away galing dun sa ladder box player and sa kanya lang.
Red? Oh!
There we go.
We're seeing it in real time right now. Herby Gaming Team awake in the best possible time, but here Ajax takes him down. It's gonna be a 1v2. We've seen this guy clutch before though. Problem now though, he only has a sniper. He does not even get the chance to get away. Second round here for Herby Gaming Team. One more round, and they have to take it round by round here.
Let's see. I mean, HGT, a bit of wind on their sails dito sa mapa natin.
Oh,
Oh, that is brutal, man. Brutal start para sa CMG. Alright, HGT getting the swing of things, need the support. Just like how I said it, man, this is a brutal map para sa mga BL natin. So, opportunity para sa HTT na makabalik dito sa game. And CMG, they're gonna need to go and rely on their defaults. Top A could be a target, especially considering isa lang yung nakabantay dito, and that is only si Dark Angel. But Dark Angel, we've seen him make some big plays dito sa mapa. So, kind of depends on them.
a game of parkour here, CMG. Taking the same approach, but with a little bit more manpower than last time. It's gonna be slow going. Dark Angel, first point of contact. Let's go to the angle at the worst possible time. Now the flash is gonna be out. He's do no he's there. He's gonna have to reposition, but there's way too many people out. He gets EV still, despite the flash, despite all the utility thrown in his face. TMG though, he get inside of the site, but they're gonna be falling one by one. It's gonna be a full meat grinder. Herby gaming team, they shred them to pieces.
There we go, HGT. I mean, if it's any time to do a comeback, might as well to do it now. Not knocking it just yet, pare. I could have discursed it. Pero yun nga. Oh, I like this. There we go. CMG, they're just gonna rush down B. Set up na ba dito yung HGT? Nomad, one caught out in the open. Pero yun lang, ang ganda ng tulong dito ni NL at ni Ared. CJ nakuha na rin si Sed. 2 versus 5 agad sa start ng ground. CMG trying to go fast, but they get stopped.
In a matter of seconds, man. They choose to play aggressive. They choose a different look, and it gets stopped. HGT somehow, despite having lost so many rounds in the first half, they're still very much alive. They are not gonna let go. They're holding on for dear life here. Herculean effort to keep them alive here in this series, and they're gonna keep going for it. CJ taking down Alex. That's 3 people on the other side taking down EV, and they're taking it round by round still. HGT is so close, but it could be over.
Yeah. I mean, opportunity para gumawa ng default. Hindi naman default. Gumawa lang ng slow play dito yung CMG, right? I think what they need to do here is they need to kailangan nila isa-isahin yung map control dito. They need to take down, they need to take CA, they need to take down Z, and eventually pag nakuha mo ng Z, you can slide on to LB, and that opens up a lot of options pagdating sa mapa na to, right? If you have catwalk A control, pwede mo i-fake yung A. If meron kang HB control, pwede mo i-fake yung P. So, the fact na you have to balance the attention ng mga players natin dito between both sides of the map, that's the game you have to play dito sa port. And you have to get in quickly or else risk being on a highlight play na naman dito, pare.
Make their way in. I think they've gotten past it. The flash now gonna be out. Dark Angel, blind to the world. Aegis takes him down here. Let's go of the sniper, switches over into the rifle. The AR working wonders here for the side of CMG. This time the bomb's gonna be down. It's gonna be a full 4v5 in the retake. Odds are stacked against HGT right now. 3 seconds here. The flash is not going to be coming out. We should be expecting that push coming in from them right now. To spray down from EV. He takes down 2. And even there with Silent replacing his fallen comrade, Nomad is left to stand. He's won against it. It's going to be 2v1 coming in right from behind him. Nomad, what do? You're so low and there's no hope. CMG, they finally get map point and match point right now.
That's perfect. That is the CMG. One missed shot kay Dark Angel. All those nades flying sa top A. He decides to go ladder, which is a very unsafe position. That's brutal. That is brutal para sa side ng HGT. And CMG on match point. I gotta fix the scoreboard, guys. Pero yun nga. HGT, there's still so much to crawl dito sa game natin. And CMG being on match point is not good news para sa kanila dito. A team that's trying to get back into the swing of things.
Call the pause in the round. Very slow.
I like this.
We've seen this before when CMG brings out the slow plays, man. It usually does work out in the victory, but
yeah,
this time I think HGT have they've learned their lesson, man.
Yeah. Guys, just to 9-4 yung score, ha? Yun nga.
9-4, by the way. But
9-4,
still.
yeah. 9-4, 9-4, 9-4.
9-4,
So,
9-4.
if CMG wins this, it's over.
Oh!
If HET wins this, it's actually 9-5. So keep that in mind.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you very much. Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Davao, just calm down.
Yeah.
It's mostly me. Pero yun nga.
It is a 1-4-1 trade there. Minute left on the clock. CMG have to decide where to go. I like this angle from Nicholas. Waiting here, he does have the chance to get information out of the windows if he can. There's only 45 seconds left on the clock. CMG need to actually start choosing where to go. As it's slowly moving on forward. And now, you hear it. Sniper's out. Dark Angel. Might be first contact. We'll see. And this guy hasn't missed yet. Not having the best game, but he has not missed. Both of the snipers actually having a pretty bad time on this map, but I think that's also why we saw Ajax on the rifle this time around. Changing it up, changing the ranges at which they're playing. And here Dark Angel misses, eats some bullets, but now transferring back. CMG going all the way inside. Charles now alone. Gets taken down by CJ. Here HGT, they are not dead yet.
Grabe. 4 more attempts galing sa side ng CMG here, Josh. And they can come back into this game, but pressure to play 4 perfect rounds in a row dito sa port. CMG can play into that. And they do. They just go straight into long A, Dark Angel. Alam na nila na wala na sa top A itong si Dark Angel na tinatabunan na siya ng mga HE. Pero Nomad 1 gusto pa rin bumawi. Nicholas nakita sa hagdan. Pero Silent nakaakyat. Charles nahulog. CJ nakakuha na rin ng kill. Ajax na lang natitira. Anong nangyari sa CMG? They tried to go fast but then they got stopped. Na-stoplight sila pare and it went red.
It's gonna be a hard one. There's so much time on the clock. It might be doable for Ajax if he can isolate these fights. This is that first shot now. They know where he is. Flash. Out. Here. Dark Angel. Out of the way. Change the position. Try to find where they are. Break the crossfires if he can. They're taking these shots right through the smoke. I don't know if they can see him. And HGT, they're doing this right. They're just playing the numbers. They know that they don't need to get away from their teammates. But here, Ajax, he takes down Dark Angel. He strikes first CJ. Super low. The red on the other side. Here, playing around with the verticality of the bridge. I think he knows. A red sees him. Tries to take the shot, does not connect.
Oh, CJ, you're playing this game. But that's fine. 9-6. 3 strikes. And CMG goes OT. Oh my god, man. No way this is happening. HGT, man. Nomad 1 stepping up to the plate. CJ 15 as well para sa kanya dito. Si Nicholas lang ang medyo nahuli. Ay, ay, ay.
Still alive, man. HGT. See in a bit. It's gonna be a slow, silent take this time around for CMG. Much more patient, much more quiet. But Red, what in the world? Stalwart Protector again. Double kill here on the Charles and Silent. The flash is now going to be coming out. Pressure's on CMG. This is when you start losing your grip. You start losing the mental battle here because you had such a huge lead. And you're throwing it away round by round. HGT, they're only 3 rounds away. Look at this. There's so much confidence in how they play. But X3D makes it easier. He gets 1 kill over onto Nomad.
Oh no.
Find Dark Angel as well. He will fall at the hands of Ajax. Suddenly,
and then he's a peek.
Things have turned around. And L, he has to peek. He has to find an angle. Equalize
Oh,
things. Still a minute out. He does get spotted out, but he gets X3D first. And they're so low. There's only a minute left.
I'm holding my breath here, man. I'm reacting in the background while you're casting, and you can hear every single word of it, pare. Oh, I'm so locked in din sa game natin, man. And it's such a good game as well. CJ, andito sa curve.
You're hyper aware of every movement your opponent can make. Neither of the teams have any idea where they are. The problem here for
20
CMG.
seconds, though, man.
A couple of bullets could get them killed. And they need to go. Running out of time. EV. Oh! He finds NL. CJ on the other side. He is holding the angle. Gonna push out.
Run
See
B.
the angle. Sprays him down.
Oh, they're done!
Like that, CMG! Finally with a win.
Oh my god. And it went down to port. Herby Gaming with an almost comeback. Pero Masters 1-0 against Impact. Dito sa mga series natin at the moment. Whew.
What a game. What a game, man. It was looking very
man.
real. There was a world where
There was a
Herby
world.
Gaming team could have brought us all the way to overtime from an 8-1 deficit. That's how close this game was. But in the end, of course, the advantage or the round deficit was just way too much for the side of HGT, and that's gonna be it. They go down over into our lower bracket, while Chullanga Motomac Gaming will continue here in the uppers to play against the winner of our next match, which is Vanguard versus Execration.
That's gonna be a good one. In all honesty, I've been looking forward to that series since naka-qualify yung Vanguard dun sa Impact and nung nag-bottom 2 dito yung Execration. So, is this Execration back in their real form? Is this Execration with Bem back in the roster instead of Kid from Hell? Will Dracifer play like the hype that we hyped him for? Titignan pa natin, man, in that next series. But Game 3, man, unfortunately, para dito sa ating HGT na squad, Impact falls first before Masters. And there we go, CMG move dito sa ating final. One more series away at pasok na sila dito sa ating regional final. Grabe, what a... Man, what a game, man. I was holding my breath the entire time. And ayun nga, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, you were hearing me in the background. Like, sinasabi ko, like, why did this happen? Bakit sa mababa? Parang ganun. And that's how locked in I was for the game. Because I know both of these teams. They're gonna provide a good series. They're gonna provide a good game. And that they did. Props to both teams, man. Pero CMG yung unang move on dito, pare.
Yep. Cebu reigns on top here for this series. But, man. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much more to expect out of this. Neither of these teams I'm expecting to just fall down, right? I think even with the way that HGT played, right? Even if they play against Vanguard, even if they play against Execration, there's still a very good chance that they can stay alive.
For sure.
Here. It's just that close, the skill gap between these teams, that it only matters in the server.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to contain the smile here, man. I mean, we are now from, I think, an hour from yung original schedule natin, from the Execration versus Vanguard game. I think it was supposed to start on 3:30, but we kind of moved it because this series was just too intense. So, both teams got a bit more time to warm up a bit, as we are probably gonna take to a break after after natin ipakita yung score and yung highlights between yung dalawang teams natin. And yeah, I mean, since we don't have an MVP graphic, pare, any MVP candidates personally para sa atin dito, I would say hirap, no? There's so many candidates. It could be X3D, could be Silent, could be sino ba? Could be Zed, honestly. Ajax, he did pretty bad sa first half ng map 1, did pretty good sa map 2. Ajax,
Yeah,
so
I
I think
think
it
the
could be
most
either si
consistent
Zed or si Silent, man.
Yeah, those two were consistent all throughout our entire 3-map series. Where Zed, of course, playing the lurk or the entry, and the same thing for Silent, right? Doesn't matter how many people you throw at him, especially that the opening round of Port, right? Where Silent, he sprayed down onto the two members of HGT that tried to do it, the two-prong push, and he single-handedly took them down.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped that and started the 8-round run that CMG had. That's absolute insanity.
Yeah, there's a lot to process dito sa game natin for the past 3 maps. Yun nga, no, game 1, I did expect na ACT were just gonna take considering that is one of their main maps, itong compound natin. And itong map number 2 was a close one, but I really felt like CMG would have the handle of things considering how good the Cebuanos are pagdating nga dito sa subbase natin. And map 3, kagaya ng sinabi ko, it's a 50-50 man, pero it seems like CMG having the start dito sa kanilang GR side provided them a lot better of a start dito sa mapa natin and put a lot of pressure dito sa HGT, no? Especially when they got match point. Imagine mo match point, 9-4 yung score. You have to play 5 perfect rounds in a row para lang makabalik sa overtime. It's the pressure is too much, man, para sa side ng HGT. And yun nga, no, I guess it's the luck of the draw para sa side ng CMG that they did start dito sa GR side, considering HGT was actually making a bit of a comeback happen nung nasa GR na sila dito, and the sides were actually starting to show itself, no, pagdating dito sa port map natin. But multiple good plays galing sa side ng CMG, especially that one round nung yun nga, no, Ajax fell down and EV, being the bait dito sa top A, he just hid himself dito sa A side, waited for the rest of them to file on in dito sa may hagdan papuntang exit, and then he just went down and sprayed every single person. Happened as well dito sa B side with Silent just staying dito sa corner ng B side while his teammate went down, and multiple plays catching itong HGT kind of in a pace where it is pretty fast, no, pero pagdating talaga sa mga ganun na laruan where some people are staying in the corner for those baits, that can easily punish itong fast pace na ginagawa dito ng HGT. It did kind of show itself pagdating nga dito sa compound natin, no. Once HGT, or I think HGT, when they were playing yung kanilang GR side, it was pretty fast paced. They were playing face to face with their enemy, and CMG they tried to slow it down, pero pagdating talaga sa compound, I think it's really hard to slow down sa mapa na to, especially when you're starting to lose map control. And the most important thing pagdating talaga dito sa compound is splitting the map in half. You have to take all mid control, and eventually pwede ka kumuha ng CB at kumuha ng CA. Or you could do the opposite by getting LB control and CA control, and then eventually mag-converge kayo dito sa ating connector or container mid side natin. And they did exactly that. Pagdating naman dito sa subbase, I don't have words to describe yung subbase, man, in all honesty.
Yeah,
it was
a weird map. No, I mean, it could have been, it could have been right, fully in the hands of HGT, but on the back of that one round that I will not forget, right? Everything flipped on its head, and now instead of it being a 2-0,
could have been a 2-0, man.
It could have been a 2-0. There is a world that it could have happened.
If hindi nag-push si Nicolas out of passage and Silent catching him, I think that would have been a done deal dito series natin. I'm feeling ko talaga nung nangyari yung kill na yun, we are now in a different timeline. It's like interdimensional cable, no? We are now in a different channel pagdating nga dito sa CFS regional play-ins. And yeah, it's very nice. I mean, you have to compliment itong CMG, right? You have to compliment itong CMG for staying heads dun sa series na yun. And even if it was down to the 1v1s, they just have to get 13. And at the end of the day, they got 13 dun sa subbase. And Ajax, with a comeback dito sa map number 2 natin, really did turn the tides para dito sa ating CMG na squad. I think Ajax being back in the picture, you need someone to neutralize itong si Dark Angel, not really neutralize in its entirely, pagdating sa head-to-head, but they need to get their sniper online, Silent being alive, Zed with his masterful lurks, pagdating nga dito second mid, opening things up para sa kanya mga dito. And yeah, I mean, it's just impressive stuff galing sa side ng CMG, and I think kineri nila yung momentum, no, going into itong map number 2 na, or map number 3 natin, going into port. So we're gonna take a look at the highlights, of course, and man, what a bloody first half, pare.
Yeah, we saw it, man. It was 8 rounds in a row. At the very last second, HGT finally did get a round, but even on the back of that, right, 8 was just too much to come back from. Yeah, they had great effort. They got close. But in the end, if you throw away almost an entire half, it's next to impossible to win it. Some small mistakes, and even mga post plant that they did have here for HGT, a lot of things went sideways.
Sideways, man. the map sideways in its entirety. Set summary is gonna be right up next, of course, and we get to highlight who did the best to support because we have no idea because we were so focused again. Silent and Set, man, carrying the brunt of the offense. EV, man, we have to compliment the guy as well because he had some very key rounds dito sa game natin. But Silent, man, Silent is on another level. 16 AP. 16 AP. That's kills minus deaths plus headshots, and he got a whole lot of headshots, pare. 87% headshot per kill, man. That is insane. But I also would like to highlight itong si NLO3 who played super well dito sa game natin, as well as si Doman1. I mean, every single player dito ng HCT actually played well. Pero, pagdating nga talaga dito sa ating pagdating talaga dito sa overall impact na mapa natin, you don't have to have the most rank. You just have to get the most wins. And CMG, they got the most wins, pare.
Yeah. Played as a team, kept it simple, right? You don't need anything insane out of your players at the end of the day because it's a team game, right? And it doesn't matter if you get multi kills or get an ace for yourself when it comes to it. Kasi ganun pa rin eh. Stick to the objective, do what you stick to what you know, and you do eventually get that win, which we see here. Chullanga MG kept it simple. Yun lang talaga ang kailangan.
It's tragic, but someone has to win. Someone has
to win.
It just so happens to it has to be HTTP, but this is what it is, man. I mean, just like how I said it, man. Someone has to win, someone has to lose.
Yeah,
it's just tough, man, because he's a good team, but I feel like Import talaga is one of their weak spots pagdating sa kanilang map pool, and I feel like they needed to 2-0 that series. If this went to Port, this could be one of the more tragic games na talaga ang nakita natin sa mapa. I think granted, sinabi kong they did get a win against one of the best teams pagdating dito sa Port map natin. You know, they could scrim one of the best impact teams pagdating nga sa mapa natin in the name of Ria 7. But unfortunately for them, it wasn't enough to beat out squad. And yeah, props to them, man. But I feel like onting practice pa siguro dun sa Port map natin and they can get the handle of things. I think yung kanila sub base was good enough. Yung nga kaya na sinabi ko, it was down to the 1v1s. Obviously, yung kanilang compound is really, really good. So, yeah, it's gonna be a very tough one. Pero yun nga, guys, we're gonna take a very short break, and when we come back, the banger of the day, of course, Execution versus Vanguard. Magkakaalaman tayo kung sino ang kalaban ng CMG dito sa finals. We'll be right back.